and you are live right now.
Yes, we're live.
To the world.
It made it. It worked.
To the
Okay.
world. All right, go ahead and get rid of your OBS.
Yeah, all right. Go ahead and bring us in, and I'll get rid of the OBS.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, lot to talk about today. First and foremost, welcome to What's the DD? What's the due diligence, ladies and gentlemen? We got lots to talk about. We got all the symptoms of a conspiracy that is coming true right now. To some extent, they're not crazy. They are not crazy.
They're not.
And they're fortune tellers blinded by the unknown. And we're gonna divulge into all of that. We got some great topics today. We got, it's Stock Day Monday because fucking Memorial Day screwed all of us over. I mean, hey, that 3-day weekend was pretty nice though. We're gonna be talking about Blockbuster. We're talking about Blockbuster. They're making a comeback.
Video, yeah.
They are making a comeback, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so we're gonna talk about BlackBerry because it's on the rise. It's the next GameStop. Keep an eye on it. All right. And then we're gonna talk about music and the economy. We're gonna talk about sports, Hibbs. We're gonna talk about TMUS, GNUS, AMD, Tesla. We're gonna talk about just a few of the things. We're gonna dive into Trump potentially running for 2024. It's actually quite hilarious. The memes and stuff you see, they're great. And we're going to talk about Ubisoft, Farcry, Battlefield 6. Battlefield 6 reveal coming out June 9th. Whoop whoop. I'm excited. Our co-host is excited. He doesn't sound excited.
Oh, I'm excited.
Raise your voice and show you're excited.
I'm excited.
All right, stop yelling. That's rude.
Hey,
and we're gonna go over a couple of regulations recaps, and some cruise lines BZ scanner. Obviously, I'm reading from a list. I'm not gonna remember what the fuck we're going over. I mean, I don't even know stocks. But as always, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to today's stream. Don't forget to buy all, and we are not financial advisors. Take the wheel.
Yeah. So definitely things have been happening. We had a Memorial Day weekend. I am trying not to curse as much. We're going to fail this episode. It's going to take some time, Horse Rider. If you're listening to this, it's going to take some time.
Friendly stream.
This is not.
Recommend this for kids YouTube.
No, this is not. This is not recommended.
I don't know what is wrong with your algorithm, but we do not promote our video to children.
No. So a couple of things about our stream. It's not recommended for children. It's not recommended for adults. It's not recommended for sanity.
I mean, I would say it's recommended for adults. So yeah.
It is not safe for human consumption. We should be banned across all channels instantly by the cancel culture police.
Well, guys, it was fun, but these Hearts murder.
Sorry. See you guys.
Snowflakes are a bunch of.
But I am going to try and tone it down a little bit because I've been getting a little bit wily. There will be some cursing that's still going to continue because this is live. This is not scripted. This is us in the act of investigating the more important things of life. And that first important thing is going to be LIVX.
LIVX. And this is why you're the professional one and I'm the I don't give a hoot.
We are coming to BlackBerry next. We are going to cover BlackBerry. I'm not faking it out.
Whatever.
Completely. But we got to talk about LIVX. This is why. So, a long time ago, I read this thing, and I've kind of, been interested in it. Is it pseudoscience? Maybe. Is it a conspiracy? Possibly. But does pop music reflect the economy?
Pop music? I don't think so. Generally, that's kind of like Bob Marley and stuff.
What? How old are you? What? No, it's not Bob Marley. Pop music, like BTS, like Butter.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah, yeah.
Smooth.
Pop music. It's completely different from pop music.
Yeah, not pop music. Not pop music. We're not talking about cannabis here. Are we?
We did last week.
Or is it on our list? Yeah.
Recap, maybe.
But pop music, you know, like BTS, like The Weeknd, like Ariana Grande, yeah. Yes. All of these people, Dia Lupa, I don't know.
People.
These are people, they have money and they make music and they wear shiny clothes.
They have money.
And they dance around and people like them and go, yay, we like it. So sometimes these pop artists are like, you know, singing songs like everybody's cheating on everybody in the club and it sucks and the world's coming crashing down. Like that's the song, but like a beat, you know, boom, 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 like that, you know.
Yeah,
and other times,
got it. Okay.
Yeah. And other times they're like smooth like butter, you know. And they're singing about happy shit. And so typically the theory goes, that I'm completely misrepresented, by the way, but it's pseudoscience, so I'm allowed to, right?
Okay. I'll let you have it.
You'll allow it? Thank you. So
I'll allow.
I will now refer to myself as a scientist in this investigation.
Dr. Watkins.
Dr. Watkins, thank you. Not Watson, Watkins. Music currently right now seems pretty fucking chipper. Sorry, see, there you go. That's one for the current. I'm going to get a jar and I'm going to put money in it. That's what I'm going to do.
And then he's going to send it to me at the end of the year.
That's not going to happen. I'm going to use that money on Dogecoin.
There you go.
Hey.
Old again, by the way.
Why save your quarters for Vegas when you can save them for Doge?
Right. Do you want to use a slot machine that your chances of winning are slim to however other many people already failed, or you have no possible chance of winning? It's kind of the same thing.
Yeah, wait, which one are we talking about here? I got them both confused.
Slot machines and then Doge. I mean, yeah.
Oh, and be sure to check back. We are doing a Dogecoin giveaway, so
that's right.
I know a lot of people are excited about that.
We should probably touch bases on it. So we did express some changes on the giveaway. It's actually $100 cryptocurrency, so you could be rolling in the Doge, or you could buy yourself, you know, a little bit of. I mean, what is that, like 1/100th of a Bitcoin or something like? Not even. But,
not even.
$100 USD, take it or leave it, and it's just for, you know, being a subscriber and hanging out with us. And it's a giveaway that we're going to do to give back to our community at 1,000 subscribers, and it's all automatically chosen by the software provided by Gleam.io, so it's totally legit. I'm not just going to pull my name out of a hat and be like, hey, I just got $100. But now that I'm thinking about it, I might. Okay, I won't. But
if you did.
If I did, then I would just give it back to the community. Like,
just think OTC.
I mean, I don't even think I'm in it. Yeah, I'm not even in it. You're not even in it.
Dogecoin? Not at the moment.
No, the fucking giveaway.
Oh, wait. Are we in the giveaway? If we get chosen in the giveaway, we'll just re-roll.
In the giveaway, in order to be in the giveaway, you have to select the link.
Oh, I selected the link.
Oh, you failed.
That's okay, because if I get selected, we just re-roll.
Absolutely.
Just re-roll. That's my. I want a shirt that says I'm just going to re-roll. Yeah. Okay.
Stocks today. I just want to re-roll.
I mean, it's
Stocks
already.
Today. I'll do it tomorrow.
I can't not do this. I don't care. I just gotta. I mean, I care. Obviously, people care about things in life. So hold on. But
let's get back to the main topic here.
We're already closed. Right? Whatever. That's fine.
I'm gonna tell people a little bit about LIVX. All right. Now, LIVX is LIVX. For short,
yes.
It is also known as LIVX Live Media.
Mm-hmm.
That's the short version. Now, LIVX Live Media Inc. A digital media company engages in the acquisition, distribution, and a monetization of live music, internet radio, podcasting, and music-related streaming and video content. It operates LIVX Live, a live music streaming platform. We already got that from the first part we read, geniuses. And Slacker Radio. They're slacking on their description. A streaming music service, as well as produces original music-related content. The company also produces, edits, curates, and streams live music events through broadband transmissions over the internet and satellite networks to its users. Provides digital internet radio and music services to users online and through original equipment manufacturers on a white label basis, and offers an ancillary. Celery.
Celery? The vegetable?
No, ancillary. I feel like I'm pronouncing that wrong. Fuck it. Who cares? Products and services such as regulatory and post-implementation support services. In addition, I can say implementation, but I can't say ancillary, right? Like, what the fuck? Back to not swearing. In addition, it offers an application that provides us to live events, audio streams, original episodic content, podcasts, videos, on-demand, real-time live streams, social sharing content. The company was founded on December 28, 2009 by three men in robes crossing the Sahara Desert, following the North Star, Robert Scott Ellen, and is headquartered in Beverly Hills, California. That's an interesting description.
So do you listen to Slacker? This is Slacker Radio, is that right? I did not know that because I don't pay attention to things.
Radio, yeah.
They own Slacker Radio. Do you listen? What's your musical media provider of choice?
I use Spotify because it's integrated with Twitch.
For music?
For music. So like if I'm listening to some non-copyrighted music like on stream, there's a little bubble that'll pop up and show people what I'm listening to, and also give them the option to like go to that if they want to like, favorite that song or whatnot. But it also allows me to, show, hey, this isn't my music. I didn't make this. This is made by this person.
Wait a minute, but you can't. You still don't play it in your stream though, right?
No, I do. There's copyright-free music that you can play in your stream.
Gotcha. All right. So, okay, gotcha. So I can't play, like Metallica in my stream and then just be like, look, it's these guys made it, not me.
Let me say this. Okay, so for fear of DMCA, no.
I got hit with a DMCA for Metallica, by the way.
If you are a rebel,
I think it was Metallica,
and you have your streaming software, not your console, because it won't work unless you are connected to a PC and using streaming software, the capture card. If you have your streaming software directly connected to Twitch, there is an option in OBS to cut out specific audio files when it comes to the VOD. Here's the problem. Not only do these bastards have bots that scan VODs for copyrighted music to throw that DMCA at you. And keep in mind, this isn't Twitch doing it. This is the record labels. They also have bots that are now scanning live content to throw down DMCA strikes. So, copyright free is definitely the best way to go. But back to what we're doing now. I do not use Slacker Radio, ladies and gentlemen. I'm too much of a slacker.
I never got into Slacker. I used a lot of Pandora, and then honestly, YouTube is my is what I use for music most of the time. When I'm not using YouTube, I use Amazon Radio. So if I'm using it on Alexa or whatever it pulls, it might pull TuneIn or whatever it pulls to get what I want. And I haven't touched Pandora in the longest time, but I got into the idea of the music because that thought of, what's going on with the economy? There's a lot of, is it going to go bad? Is it going to go good? There's been a lot of the market going to crash and inflation and all these different things. The value is going up and the growth stocks are going down. All this doom and gloom nonsense. And maybe it's always been this way, and I'm just, I don't know, listen to it more. And then my thoughts about recovery and shortages and all these things led me while listening to pop music. I'm listening to Butter, by BTS, and then looking at stocks and reading about stocks and looking at these charts. And I'm like, wow, wait a minute. That song, the number one song, and I knew it was going to go number one, like really fast. I wasn't 100% sure it'd go number one in the US, but I mean, it's a good song. It's very upbeat, right? It's got all the triggers that get people that, like the androgynous people and all this stuff, you know what I mean? That people are like, oh, or pronouns or whatever, all these different things that right now are hot. And in addition to that, it just screams money to me. It just screamed money. And it reminded me that there was this guy I was watching on Benzinga a while back, and he was going on about these music sites. And I think it was a different one and a SPAC site, but I began looking into these today because I needed to get out of cash, I got in a lot of cash on Friday, and, Monday was a day off nonsense. And,
it was nice.
Yeah, it was nice, and I got out of Apple, I think, and Leslie's still got the Abercrombie and Fitch, still got Marriott and some other stuff, but I had to spend some money because I can't make percentages unless I'm spending money. I might start putting that money into like Tether, USD Tether maybe. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But anyways, so I stumbled across this, and this is just beautiful, I think. I don't know how to read charts. I don't know all the technical analysis and all this different stuff, but I'm a human. And you know what humans do? You know what we do for survival, and we have done forever for survival? We look in the bushes, and we see a face. We look in the clouds, and we see a face. We see these faces because... I was going to say
forage, but all right.
No, you don't forage, man. You use Uber Eats for that shit nowadays. But while using Uber Eats, if the guy like gives you the delivery and it doesn't have any plasticware and he kind of like looked at you funny, you may put together two and two and think, well, this guy doesn't like me because of the color of my hair. Who knows? We put things together. We come up with these crazy conspiracies. We see pictures in the stars and in the clouds and in the charts. We see pictures in the charts. And this picture just looks beautiful to me. It's just a beautiful looking picture.
That's what you said about Ford.
Is it? Was that what I said?
They had a fire.
It did have a fire, but when did they have this fire? Back here or something? Back here?
No, I
March
think it was
15th?
a couple of days beforehand.
Right here? April 29th, maybe?
I don't
maybe,
remember.
And it dropped down to 11 and went up to 14, so that's great. My problem is I'm typically way too early. That's the way I look at it. If the stock goes up, I'm way too early. And if the stock goes down, I'll say I'm late. And if I do that, I'll always be right. If I just say those things, it'll be true. But I like this. I like this stock, LIVX Media. I mean, I like it like I like any stock. I like it for a short period of time. And that period of time is not much. Somewhere around, right around 665, I guess, is how much I like it. And I like it enough to get in right there. So we'll see. We'll see. All I needed to do is pull a few percentages, and if it does better, great. But I watched that thing. You sent me this thing, and the guy's talking, and he's going on all these stats, trying to sell his wares, his sundries online. He's trying to go on YouTube and sell his sundries to me. He's like, oh, make more money, and blah, blah, blah. And then he points out this stat that, like, this huge portion of consumed media is through audio. And it just clicked. As soon as he said that, I turned off the video. I was like, fuck that. I'm sorry. Once again, boom, another quarter. It's 50 cents. But I was like, Gary wants me to watch this. I don't care. I don't care about that. You know the
important thing is I want you to realize your audio matters. And let's
audio matters.
His audio sucks.
Oh my God, that's horrible. I'm
That's
working
not
on it. We'll
it's
get a microphone once we get some gains. Got to get some gains. So anyways, that's LIVX. It's not a funny story. It's once again an insane route that was followed to get to this point. Basically stumbled upon it by accident. A series of random events caused me to look at a situation and see something that wasn't there. And that was the first line that I wrote. That was all the symptoms of conspiracy are coming true to some extent. They are not crazy. They are fortune tellers blinded by the unknown. And I wrote that with the basic thought that a lot of people that are like into conspiracies like 5G, like, 5G, oh my God, it's going to destroy the world. The trick is that there are some things that they're saying that is correct enough to lead them on the path that they're on. I think that they're wrong. I think that 5G is basically, it decimated what I thought was going to happen with infrastructure. I thought Cisco Systems was going to take over because the internet's built on this infrastructure, and really the pure winner is 5G. That's who's going to win the infrastructure battle, or at least for communications and for data. That and Starlink, once it IPOs, because satellite is...
Robots are everywhere.
Robots. Well, okay, here's why. And we're going to jump from music real quick to robots, and then we're going to go to BlackBerry, and then we're going to go back to robots. If a robot is going to communicate with Skynet, right, how is it going to communicate?
Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi, or data, or the internet, or most likely 5G SIM cards, which means all of the telecommunication. Wi-Fi connected to what? How is a Wi-Fi? You think a robot's going to leave inside your house? It'll be connected with Wi-Fi.
It'll probably hack into it. Like it won't.
It can't leave. The drone can't leave. Okay, so the drone can leave. Yeah, you're right. It could, but then it couldn't connect with Skynet. So it would have to leave, and it would go dark and run autonomous during that period, and then check in to the mothership. You know what I mean? And get its orders. Like, no, sorry, they canceled. Habibi?
No.
What?
No.
Yes. 5G.
So this is what you need. This is what you need. Apple Pen.
No. In fact, I ditched Apple. Let's see if that was a bad move. It probably was. Everything that I've ditched. Oh no, it wasn't a bad move. Yeah. So I think I got out somewhere around here. Jeez. Interesting.
Shit, it was taking a dive. But Apple is also in that media business now too, though, with Apple TV.
Yeah. I might need to
keep that in mind. That media conspiracy.
It's coming. It's coming. Media is can't be stopped.
Speaking of conspiracies, ladies and gentlemen, BlackBerry is what we are moving on to right now. We're just gonna say fuck this to the music. You know, we understand happy go lucky, blah blah blah. You know, when people are happy, the economy's happy. That's just how it is. That's physics, all right? That's astrophysics.
That sounds correct. That sounds like it checks out. So there's a few things that I check daily, and I'm building a site that is going to have some of this stuff on there, so it's easier for me. I'm building a tool that is going to make my life easier, and if other people contribute,
our life's easier.
My life is okay, but my life's what I care.
Well. You know, it's not just about you. It's about our community. Plus, of course, I mean, all the work he puts into it. So, yes, his life. All right, sure. I will not let him have that. It is all of ours. Continue.
It's going to be free for everybody to use. And
our
if people
community.
use it, and if our community uses it, it will make my life easier. If our community doesn't use it, it will still make my life easier. And if somebody uses it, will it make their life easier? I hope so. That's the goal. So, one of the things that I check on a regular basis is Wall Street bets. I typically will go in here to get the broad picture on swaggy stocks, and there's a few things I use. Benzinga, I use TradingView, I use Tip Ranks, I use swaggy stocks, and BlackBerry has moved into number 2. Now I remember a time not long ago, children, that this was GameStop. and this was AMC. And I believe this was Sundial or BlackBerry, like somewhere in that. And it is moved now, and GameStop is here. And I'm not saying GameStop's over. And if GameStop starts making some traction, it will reclaim the throne, because GameStop is not a cat. But
not a cat.
It is not a cat. Oh, look at that. It's so beautiful. Well, it's another beautiful chart. Is that not a beautiful chart? And yes, I know I'm a paper-handed bitch. There's a quarter intentional for the tip jar on that one. But it's a beautiful looking chart, and I like it. But BlackBerry has moved back into the attention. Now, I've been a fan of BlackBerry for a while. I like BlackBerry and I like Nokia, and I like it for some of the crazy due diligence reasons that I read on Wall Street Bets.
Well, we did go over them the other day when we were talking about Nokia and cell phone companies, and how like Nokia's like no longer in it, and BlackBerry's no longer in it, and we were learning about BlackBerry specifically. But why are we talking about them today?
Well, we're talking about them today because first off, they're number 2, right?
They suck, right? Oh,
and then
my bad.
Second off, because it's not just that they're number 2, it's how it kind of goes in. So, I mean, a lot of people were in Wall Street Bets during the Tesla era and all this stuff. And yeah, I came in late, but when I really started paying attention to Wall Street Bets was when Planeteer was just like, everyone was like all over PLTR. Like that was just, I mean, that's when I really perked up and was like, wait a minute. I need to pay attention because I'm too late on this one now too.
Let me know now. Mm-hmm. I'm going to straight up ask this. Now, I want you guys to know, and you guys at home, keep in mind.
Yes, I own shares.
We are not financial advisors.
We are not. We are not.
But we always recommend to buy all.
Buy all stocks. Just buy them all randomly and blind.
Patent pending. With
and
that
ride them to the dirt or the moon. One of the two.
Should I, let alone some of our community members, get some? I'm like,
Okay.
is it worth buying $12 in BlackBerry or a $10 lottery ticket? Let's look at it that way. And I just want your opinion.
Whoa,
because again,
versus a lottery ticket?
We are not
Definitely
financial
this.
advisors. So
Definitely this over a lottery ticket.
Okay, so but your chances of winning a lottery ticket though could be like one in like 100,000 for like a $10 lottery, maybe a little bit more.
So here's the deal.
How many stocks are there?
How many people who buy a $10 lottery ticket go to zero?
Not me, because I don't buy them. I don't.
If you did, if we went right now to the store and bought a $10 lottery ticket,
I'd have a $2 winner.
You might have a $2 winner. BlackBerry could go to $2. It was pretty damn close to that not too long ago. BlackBerry is an interesting story, and so we're looking at BlackBerry for a variety of reasons, but one of the reasons is this. There is a force in the market that was not there previously, and it's not just the retail trade.
Get your hats on, guys. Let's go for this, all right? Listen up. This is serious stuff.
It's Wall Street Bets, right? But it's not just Wall Street Bets. Wall Street Bets is just one of the many voices in this retail space
that I hear in my head. Oh,
you probably do. If you've been on their subreddit for a while, yeah, you probably hear voices by now. I know I do. So here's the thing that I know. You can look at these charts and they're not random, you know? And no, you don't know what's going to happen next. And nobody knows on any of the charts what's going to happen next. But they're not random. They follow the same pattern. And it's a group of retail investors, and there's also institutional investors involved. And they're trading the same thing, and they should, you know. I'm all for it. I'm all for the insider trading from somebody who knows, like a politician, and is like, oh man, we're about to totally slap regulations on the tech media right now. You better sell your shares. That's bullshit, right?
What did we talk about last week, guys?
What? The right?
Nope, keep going, keep going.
Oh, quarter in the jar. Quarter in the jar.
We're listening.
Okay.
Oh,
What?
keep going.
Okay. Well, now I'm curious as to what we talked about last week, because I don't...
Reg media, so keep going.
Regulation media. Yeah, okay.
Keep going.
We talked about regulation media. Are we talking about telecommunications?
Yep, keep going.
BlackBerry's not a phone company anymore.
They are not, but keep going.
I don't know. I don't know what we're talking about. So I'm just going to tell my story. I'm going to skip. I forgot what I was going to say, but I'm going to say this. This same thing happened right before GameStop popped. This same thing happened right before AMC popped. And I think that this same thing is tracking to do the same thing. Now, will it make it? I don't know. I don't know if it's going to make it. I don't know. But I know that in the long term, from what I know of BlackBerry and the things that I've read about it and what they're doing, I'm a believer. You know, that's all I got. What do you got? I gotta know. You gotta tell me. Are you waiting for me to say something so you can say aha or gotcha?
No. I just think that your old man brain doesn't work very well.
The suspense is killing me.
It's just about reg media, that's all.
Regulated media?
Ladies and gentlemen, we had a conversation, not only the last podcast, but the previous video podcast about reg media and Verizon and AT&T and all of these telecommunication companies getting out of the media business. Now, why do you think things are starting to look like a conspiracy? Because we were speculating the first instance somebody's giving out inside information. Then we were speculating again that people were giving out inside information from the fucking deli sandwiches at the hometown deli.
Oh my God, the deli.
Then,
I gotta buy the deli.
And then that's a gamble you want. Oh, are they dropping? No, they went up and then down. Anywho, we want to provide you that due diligence that they're always listening.
They are.
And they're always providing information to other people for us.
For us? Or not us?
It's the robots.
It is probably the robots. And I think BlackBerry has something to do with the robots. BlackBerry has something to do with the EV. BlackBerry, I think, has something to do with security. Security software. So back in BlackBerry, so I jumped out of a few things. CrowdStrike, jumped in and out, pulled like 2%. This chart does...
And that thing is up and down and up and down and up and down and up and down.
Oh, but it's looking... it's
like
looking
it might drop again?
Maybe, or maybe it doesn't.
Like you guys see that squiggly line, how it goes like this?
Yeah.
Once it gets to this part, right at the tip. Exactly.
Or we
Magic Mountain going on over here.
I don't know. So got in and out of this, got in and out of RTX. Wait, am I out now? I think I'm out.
You don't even know your own portfolio. Like, I don't even know if I'm out. It was like, dude.
They say you shouldn't trade like more than 10 stocks or some nonsense like that.
That would be nuts.
And I'm like, whatever. I'm not gonna. I trade similar to how. So I'm playing New World, right? I'm not allowed to post anything about it, I guess, but I'm pretty sure I could talk about it.
Alpha access.
You can talk about it, right? Is that I didn't read it.
I just talk about in-game things, but like you can talk about your experience with the game right now.
Okay, fair enough. Look, when I'm playing a game and it's got my my key plastered across the screen, it's very, very subtle, so it doesn't mess with you while you're playing. But it's enough to where when I saw that, I was like, oh yeah, I'm not allowed to stream any part. I'm not allowed to take pictures of this game, I guess. And then I hit the print screen thing, and I think Steam got one. I don't know. Who knows? Who cares? Whatever. Hopefully they don't boot me, because I'm definitely going to buy the game. But my point is, I trade similar to how I play games like New World or when I played WoW, on the market. Whatever. You liked WoW when it was out. It's the OG, right? So I'm not going to go and just farm wood and then try and take over the wood market on the auction house.
Whoa. Are you trying to make fun of Minecraft right now? Because I'll cut you.
Look, I'm not saying that all of the people playing Minecraft are the same people who were in WoW chopping down trees. But
I'm going to cut him.
There's some similarities going on. So I find myself in New World just running around chopping trees. But I'm not going to focus just on trees. I'm going to go to the next one. 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 And whatever the hell is going to make me money at that moment, I'm going to take. Right? And I think that cybersecurity was important. I think that the oil pipeline business that happened we're going to fill that for a while, right? So think about it, right? So this crazy company gets ransomwared, right? For whatever the deal was. And I thought it was
are we talking about the pipeline?
The pipeline. I guess they paid out $4 million. I thought it was 75 Bitcoin, but it was $4 million.
Not a crazy company.
Crazy growth stock. This pipeline company gets ransomware because, they're on some sites that they shouldn't have been on, probably is what happened, right? Somebody got access in there and they got it off, or they checked an email that was spoofed. Who knows? Whatever. Point is, their cybersecurity sucked.
Obviously.
Or it didn't meet the bar. Or an exploit was found and it was fine, and they still have to upgrade. No matter what, they need to upgrade their cybersecurity. Or
it was an inside job.
Sure. Or it was an inside job to be able to move price speculations or something. Sure. We can go 10-4 hat on that.
Oh, bullshit. $4 million in my pocket.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, you can't speculate on that. That's in your pocket. FBI, get him. We find this whole podcast has been a trap just to catch him, and he has admitted it, and that's enough to be able to go to FISA. And
I've seen War Dogs. He made me do it.
What a great movie! What a great movie that was.
Great movie.
Very sad when you think about it, but a great movie. That it exists.
What was coming to them? Oh,
yes. So BlackBerry does cybersecurity, and I feel that all those companies are going to be experiencing a positive influence from a hacker who got through a pipeline. And I think BlackBerry may feel that as well. On top of that, you got the Reddit crowd ready to pump this thing up, at least the Wall Street Bets crowd. I don't know about the other subreddits. Got to kind of take a look into that, but I think so.
Wall Street Bets they talk about everything. So, I feel like they're not always the first, but they're pretty close to the first to dive into a lot of different random stocks and to give you that like, all right, this is what you want to watch for,
Well, so it's not just the first. What it is that Wall Street Bets is okay. So imagine this: we got a bar, right? We're at this bar and everyone's hanging out.
Wait, do we own the bar or are we just drinking in it?
We don't own the bar. We, in fact, got in illegally. I don't like this
imagination anymore.
We got in illegally.
Illegally? Oh,
We snuck in the back door, and we're underage. We shouldn't even be in the bar. Me and you should not be in the club.
I don't think we could pose as underage individuals.
Okay. Well, we're underage in...
Okay, this hypothetical
psychologically and mentally.
Yeah.
We're mentally underage.
I can believe. I can totally believe that.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Continue.
So everyone else has like an IQ of whatever, and we have a lower stock IQ. Anyways, at one of these tables is the Wall Street Bets crowd, and they're super loud and noisy. They're, you know what I mean? They're like some punk rockers looking people. One guy's got like a mohawk. The other one looks like a businessman, but he also is like, looks like he's in the Yakuza, maybe, the American Yakuza. I don't know, right? A bunch of
All right, so not the Yakuza. He's in the hometown deli. Got it.
Yeah, he looks like he works for the hometown deli, but he's younger, right?
You want a meatball with that?
And then you got CNBC over there, super posh. You know what I mean? They're like at the table. They're like, we're totally, you know, like for the people, but you people shouldn't be involved in this because
What do you mean,
you're
you
just going to hurt yourself. Well, what I mean by you people is I have to go. You know, that's the CNBC crowd over there, right? You got Benzinga people over there, which is like power to the people, and we're gonna give knowledge and spread it with everybody, and we're all part of this, and we're taking over. But they're pretty chill and pretty knowledgeable, and they're still looking over at the Reddit crowd like, what the hell is wrong with those guys? We thought we were the misfits of the crowd, right? But it's Wall Street Bets, and you got our investors and all these different groups at this party, right?
Okay.
And Wall
Dinner
Street
for
Bets,
schmucks. Got it.
Wall Street Bets doesn't have the money to just keep buying rounds for the entire bar. But what Wall Street Bets does is have the people, and they may not be the first ones to say, ooh, this new Fireball drink is the hot, you know, drink. They may not always have that, but what they do have is they're loud, they're noisy, and they know how to rile the troops. So first off, when AMC starts going, like there's some people that were in it before Wall Street Bets, sure. But when Wall Street Bets gets on their war, you know, they got the war cries out for a stock and it starts going, like they lead the charge.
How does that word cry sound exactly?
Well, it's pretty sad because the first people who go in with the war cry in Wall Street Bets fall on the sword. So it sounds like, ah! It's really, it's not like you wouldn't think it's like they're coming at you and they're like, oh! It's not like that. It sounds like that, and then it instantly sounds like, ah! Because they're dying. Their stocks are like, you know, they like praise zeroing out an account. You get a major loss, and they call it loss porn, and you share it with everyone, and they're like, yeah, good job, bro. You lost everything for the cause, right? And then everyone else just keeps going.
For us.
Mm-hmm.
Drink that Kool-Aid.
Exactly. There's a lot of Kool-Aid, and I love Wall Street Bets, but there is, it has maybe always been this way, but I feel it's more towards the, like BlackBerry. You're going to hear a lot of buy and hold, diamond hands, and that's it. You know, forever and ever and ever. You can never sell it. You have to hold it forever. Everyone talks about buying a Tesla with it, but if you don't sell it, you can't buy the Tesla. What? But BlackBerry? Yeah, they're not doing it yet, but they're about to, yes.
So if I invest in BlackBerry, I should be able to get a Tesla from said BlackBerry. Is this what you're recommending?
This sounds like horrible advice that is incorrect, and I would also like to call slander.
Entrapment!
You're slandering me on...
I mean, you're providing financial advice.
I am not providing financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. I do own this stock. And
the truth comes out, ladies and gentlemen. No.
Yes, I got in late. I got in today.
Obviously, I mean, if you would have gotten me back at $2, like, ooh.
Oh no, I've been in and out of it. I don't think it was ever in at $2.
Thank you to everyone that subscribed to the channel.
What the heck?
The heck? What? You figuring out that you lost shit?
I don't know. I didn't lose nothing. What are you talking about?
I lost it all.
I didn't lose it all.
You are a professional financial non-advisor. How's that?
Fair enough. And even if I do lose on this,
on BlackBerry,
yeah, I'm not going to lose it all. You know what I mean? But if it win, I win.
$10. You know, I mean, depending upon how many of those $10 stocks you have, that could make or break that game called life.
Well, it doesn't say yet, but it'll update on the live portfolio, I believe. No, It probably won't show in the live portfolio because I do this. The live portfolio on TipRanks is the E-Trade or the TD Ameritrade account. And I do a lot of my riskier bets on Robinhood. Not that it's good to do those on Robinhood because their system actually makes it a little tougher, I think, to trade those, but just because that's been the way that I've done it. And so I kind of continue with that. Right now, it's like, and now that I'm like looking at the account, and I'm like, oh my God, like that's a lot of risk. Like the entire account is in danger. Anyways, we'll deal with that later. So, BlackBerry, right, is important. Why are we talking about BlackBerry? Because when it ascends to the front, you're late, and it's not at the front yet. Okay. It's near. AMC still has the limelight, right? And it's going to have it, but what's going to happen? What's going to happen when AMC either moons or it falls? What are the people at the bar going to do when they're all yelling at one waitress to take a shot, right? They're like, shots, take a shot, take a shot. And the waitress finally takes the shot. And this is the waitress, AMC, taking the shot. And then either gets drunk and starts partying with them and it goes to the moon, or she gets fired or pukes on somebody. I don't know. And when this is over in one direction or the other, and that direction will most likely at some point come down, maybe not, maybe it always moons, but even if it does, people, you know, this thing goes up to who knows, people are going to want something else. What's next?
Like what? Nokia?
BlackBerry. Nokia will have its time.
I thought we were like moving away from BlackBerry already because you were like, all right, AMC, and then, you know, somebody else's turn to move in, and it was freaking Finland's turn. We were going to bring in Nokia, and you're just like, nah.
No, Nokia is not ready. It's BlackBerry's turn, and BlackBerry will have its turn. And its turn will probably be here around in this range, I guess, 13 to 15 something, and then it'll stay there for a while and it'll be boring and I will probably have already sold out, and then it will really have its time and it'll hit its 20s and I probably won't be in it by the time it hits its 20s and I will be sad.
Well, because we're underage. That's
just mentally, just our minds are not, they're not underage, they're damaged.
Oh.
All right.
So BlackBerry's damaged goods?
No. BlackBerry's is not. Don't put words in my mouth and try and get a community after me. They're already going to be mad enough because I'm telling them that I'm going to sell. I'm not holding this thing forever, but I am going to definitely take the ride.
No. We always tell them that we're going to sell. Why, guys? Because we are in for a profit. I mean, if you're trading stocks and you're not in for a profit, what the are you doing messing with the stock market?
Some people are in it for the cause. Some people are in it for long-term profit.
Are you telling me somebody's going to go waste, like, let's just say, you know, hypothetical number here. Somebody's going to go waste 10 grand just for the cause.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You got their number? I need to call these people.
No, they're out there, though. I mean, I don't know. It's relative. See, money is relative. 10 grand for somebody with a bunch is different than.
Okay. All right. But you're talking, that's like talking like someone rich, obviously, or someone well off, like, oh, you know, 10 grand, that's not a big deal to lose in an investment. I don't care who you are. 10 grand is a lot of money to lose an investment. And here's why. Because if you gambled with $10,000 and lost your ass and you chalked it up for, oh, it was for the cause. So, you know, the market will be fine. Fuck the market.
But it's not. So it's not.
Where's your money?
It's not that simple. It's okay. So this is not for everybody, but I'm going to defend the bag holders.
Wow.
Okay.
Bag holders.
The bag holders. That's what we're talking about. We're talking about somebody who bought in BlackBerry at 25, right?
Oh, and at the age of 25, or are we going at $25?
$25 a share.
Are we talking like when they bought it way back when?
We're talking about January 27th.
January was $25?
Yeah. And we'll call it $22.51 and higher. Everyone who bought it past that, who chased it all, and people, there's bag holders all over. I mean, everything that's above where it is right now.
Care about somebody who made a bad investment?
No, I'm defending the choice, because we're talking about somebody. Let's say somebody got $10,000 and BlackBerry's going. It looks like it's going to go to the moon. This thing can go to $500 a share, $800 a share. Who knows? Nobody knows. The excitement is just palpable, just so crazy, and your life is so boring, and this is happening right now, right here and right now. This is your chance, and you got to get on the rocket because the rocket's leaving. All these other apes are on the rocket. You don't have your banana. If you want to get your banana, you got to get on the damn rocket. So yeah, you buy in.
I would just go to like Fred Meyer for the banana.
Well, I guess you could do that. That might be one way. But this guy didn't do that. He wanted to get a lot of bananas. And he got on the rocket ship, and the rocket ship was like, well, we're already here. Sorry, we're going back now. And it went back. And he's like, no!
We ran out of rocket fuel.
And a lot of people sold. And this person didn't sell. And bless him, because he didn't sell. He held diamond hands. Hold on.
Uh-oh. Your headset dying?
No, not at all. I'm gonna go. Let me switch this over here real quick. And this is. Let me see. I'm gonna put this up for maybe for a giveaway. This right here is my diamond hands phone. Put it in there like that on your desk. Let's see, straight like that. Put it on. You put whatever thing you want while you're streaming. Right there. You got your diamond. You got your. Let me see if I got a. Yeah. You put your stocks on it right there. You can. I can't find, but you got some USB ports right here. You put a USB and a USB. Have them sticking out there. Whatever kind of, if you want a USB, it's like flipping somebody off, or a monkey USB. You put it in there, and then you got a little bit of space. Oh, you got some dripped on it. You got a little space in here to put some stuff, like some paper goods, or no, you can't fit that, but you fit like. Yeah. Micro SD that has your crypto on it. Oh, right there. It's pretty nice. I like it. But I'm not gonna put my phone on right now because it's sticky. But I gotta get. I think I dripped some tequila on it.
Good save.
Anyways, so these diamond hand soldiers that are holding on to this, right? That are looking at it and saying, okay, well, see, everyone's looking at something different, right? I'm looking at this and I'm saying, all right, I need money. Money. I like money. I want money constantly.
Normal people in the world like money. That's why the idea of chalking up a $10,000 investment as, oh, it's for the cause.
But it's different. It's not just a cause. So it's also, they take this $10,000, buy it into this thing drops, but they're never selling. They're gonna hold it until they can give it to their kids. So imagine you buy this right now.
About,
that's
Bell.
who it is. It is the
talking
cost.
About,
we're talking
BlackBerry.
20 years. We're talking BlackBerry, and we're talking
BlackBerry
holding
won't
this
even
thing.
Be around in 20 years.
You don't think so? BlackBerry at one point was 147.
It will be Nokia.
In 2008. What happened in 2008 to destroy BlackBerry? Was it iPhone? What iPhone came out in 2008? Recession. Oh, the recession destroyed BlackBerry.
2008, 2009 recession. Like, how does that not immediately come to mind?
Oh, I don't know. Was it really that important?
Old age. Was it really that important? Like, we didn't even have a fucking pandemic, and people were like getting fired and laid off and out of work, and there was no type of stimulus to help people.
Yeah, there was.
Like, there was the
everybody got $600. Didn't they give everybody $600 or something like that?
Not during that, I don't remember that bullshit.
There was loan modifications. That was kind of like.
Okay, but listen, it took for people to fucking die.
Quarter inch jar.
Before the federal government was like, yo, this should help.
It's bad.
So that's why you don't remember it.
But somebody can keep this.
Somebody can keep what? BlackBerry?
They can keep BlackBerry 20 years down the road, give it to their kids, and
they would look at them like, what the fuck is this? And be like,
$6 a share.
Very first stock for iPhone.
Wouldn't be surprising. I wouldn't be surprised if this thing's $60 in 20 years, 30 years. Why not? And that's somebody who buys it at 10,000 and holds on, is just trying to tell themselves to just shut off the TV and the internet. And
considering BlackBerry is in other things besides just cell phones nowadays,
they're not even in cell phones, are they?
I know.
At all?
I know. That's why I said because they're in other things, they really could be around for a while, realistically. Especially given that they're in. If they make good software for security, then yeah, maybe they should pitch themselves
Oh
to
God,
that.
they still sell BlackBerry cell phones?
I mean, I don't know.
What is this
we
thing?
should remember from what we talked about last time. That's an old one. That's a Microsoft Surface. That's not even a BlackBerry. I think the last
It says BlackBerry on it.
Was a BlackBerry Storm.
It says BlackBerry right on it.
Like, look up the BlackBerry Storm.
I don't want it.
That's the last BlackBerry I remember being popular, and the reason being is because it was the first one that first BlackBerry that was touchscreen.
It's $50 now. Well, either way, they're not a cell phone company anymore. That's not why they're going to do well. They're going to do well because a bunch of people from Wall Street bets were like, it's going to do well. We're going to the moon. We don't care. And then a bunch of people are going to short it, and it's just going to give more fuel to the fire. Look at that volume. Look at that volume.
Don't say candle. It's a graph. You've been saying graph all day.
No, but so this candle, this one candle right there, that candle, that tick.
Sports Fighter, I'm sorry, you mother.
Hey!
I didn't say anything.
Quarter.
I didn't say it.
Ching. Okay, so.
Like, I feel like we need like a button to push that puts like an animated quarter into a jar on the stream.
That would be awesome.
Wouldn't it? Wouldn't it just like boom? And then, All
right, so enough about BlackBerry, unless you have any additional comments on their phones.
No, again, I don't even think they're not even in the phone market anymore. Yeah. So BlackBerry music, that's all good. As mentioned, conspiracy, it is out there. They're always listening. We are currently moving on to sports.
This is Hibbs Sports. Did we do Hibbs Sports in the last stream? Did we talk about this? Did I talk about sports?
Don't recall who it is. Is the HIBBS the ticker?
HIBB.
HIBB. Okay, let me pull this up here. Ladies and gentlemen, Hibbs Sports information about them. All right. Hibbs Sports Inc. engages in the provision of sporting good business. You think? Its stores are operating under the Hibbs Sporting Goods and City Gear banner. Obviously. All right. And an omni-channel platform. The firm features a core selection of brand name merchandise emphasizing athletic footwear, athletic and fashion apparel, team sports equipment, and related accessories. The company was founded in 1945 and is headquartered in, looks like, Birmingham, Alabama.
Alabama.
That's right. Your cousin does look good in that suit. I mean, what? Anywho.
What?
That's about them.
Jeez.
Alabama. What do you expect?
So, Hibbs Sports.
I am here to offend people.
Well, I mean, somebody has to. I think it's important. I think it's important to be offended once in a while. I think if you are not being offended
from being a snowflake,
I think it's dangerous. I mean, I hate that term. I hate the term snowflake. I hate all the terms. I hate everything. I hate things. It's what I do. But
it prevents you from being I hate things. How's that?
That's because I'm offended.
Oh.
And that's good.
Bitch.
That's good. I should be offended. If you are not getting offended, okay, basically if everyone agrees with you, you're in a bad spot, right?
We wouldn't really have comedians at that point.
We'd have none, for sure.
Yeah.
But you have to. If you're not getting offended, imagine if nobody got offended, if nobody said anything that rubbed anybody the wrong way, if nobody questioned anything, if nobody disagreed, I would have just a quarter in the jar. What a shitty life. Sorry, don't like it.
I don't know if
Don't like
shitty should be included in the whole jar thing.
Taking the quarterback. My money.
Nickels and dimes.
Ooh, maybe there could be a different price per the type of like swear that it is.
What's that shit? I'm out.
No, that's quarter. All right, so Hibbs Sports is something that I pulled because DKS, and I think I did talk about did 200% on earnings, and so I guess it's a follow up. We did talk about this, and I was like, oh man, missed the ride on Donkey Kong. Well, actually, this is not Donkey Kong.
Like the greatest like attribute in Minecraft, ladies and gentlemen. Like you want a donkey. You want a herd of asses to carry your stuff.
Everybody needs a herd of asses.
Yes. Okay, continue.
So, Hib just had a great looking chart, and they don't sell donkeys, but they do sell sports related stuff for polo, probably, which then could be used with a donkey. Can you play polo with a donkey?
Beating a donkey with a polo bat? That
no!
Is cool.
I want to see. Okay, has it been done? It's probably been done, right?
I hope it hasn't been done.
No, listen. Polo with donkeys. Yes! It has been done! I'm not the first one to think of this. How much? You got to have like some serious control.
They got rooms in a volleyball.
This is amazing. We're subscribing to this guy. Brother, I'm
Ladies
not trying
and gentlemen, thanks for tuning in to ESPN Ocho.
Oh, Circa Media. Whoa, yes. Like, can we do a review on this? Oh, it's a lot of excitement going on. He's coming around. He's been known to
right, here's little Timmy. He's riding the donkey. He's going in for the goal. He's going, and score!
Oh my God, he did score! That's amazing. Is there not a goalie? Am I missing something?
There's little Johnny. He's trying to push it with the broom. He pushes it away. Oh no! I don't know what the donkey's happening.
I don't know. I just like to point out that these are professional athletes and prime specimens of the future of sports. If this isn't in the Olympics.
If that is a professional sport, sign me up. I could ride that ass all day.
It's going to be in the Olympics, right? This is the whole reason why they're forcing the Olympics on Japan right now, because of this sport. Because this is serious business, and I would definitely play this shit.
Right?
Would you not play this right now if somebody was like, "Here's a broom and a donkey, hop on, bro. We need a pickup."
I want to see ostrich polo.
Oh my God, this is okay. Hold on. Oh my God, it's happened.
Oh, that's racist.
Oh, it's a race.
I think it's racist.
They're racing ostriches? Is that right?
Yeah, look at that jockey. Oh my God.
Oh, geez. Yeah, I don't know. I guess it's not happening, but I would like to see that. I would watch that.
Ostrich polo.
Oh my God, they're racing ostriches.
It doesn't perform well. You can make ostrich burgers.
Get him! Get him! Eat him!
Get him!
Bite his ass. That's what he gets for trying to ride you.
Show him you know how to run.
This is insane. It's just, what the heck? The name of the ostrich is Kim Kardashian?
What? Kardashian.
Kim Kardashian.
Kim Kardashian. Look,
today at Canterbury Park.
He's gonna fall.
Oh my God!
Oh my God!
No! Here it comes. Instant replay.
Look, smiling. He has no idea. He's about to lose the race. He's losing the money for his mortgage. It's all going downhill. He can't control it. Oh my God! Here it comes. Here it comes. Slow motion. Oh my God! Look at that. Look at that Velociraptor run past him. And oh! Fucking hurry up and fall!
That is the slowest instant replay ever.
Right?
It took so long to happen.
Now they haven't panned.
He just jumped off.
They haven't panned out right here because they didn't want to show the guy getting trampled to death by ostriches.
Yeah, that's probably not good for publicity. That's my guess. Yeah.
So the
Hibbs Sports
checkered Velociraptor won.
Does it sell ostrich saddles? I don't know. Does it sell brooms for donkey polo? I don't know.
What does an ostrich saddle even look like?
You just saw what it looked like, man.
They didn't have saddles.
Oh, they didn't? Maybe that's why he fell off. Maybe he should have been wearing a saddle from Hibbs Sports. Hibbs Sports, the premier destination for seatbelts and saddles of ostriches and donkeys.
All right, so what are we talking about these guys for?
That's it. That's all I got on Hibbs Sports. I got in, I got out, and now I'm just kind of bitter watching it, assuming that it's gonna keep going. So I may get back in. We'll see. If it comes back down here. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I took the money and ran.
Never second guess yourself. All right.
No, it's not second guess. I'm gonna keep trading the same things. Moving on from.
All right. You guys ready for the TMUS and GNUS? You guys ready to hear about my GNUS?
All right. So I don't know if you remember, but in the last stream or the one before that, we came across T-Mobile.
Oh, TMUS is T-Mobile. Okay.
Yes.
I thought it was like a dirty term or something. It's cool.
Because we're looking for.
Yeah.
That's the thing is, are they going to merge with somebody? So they're acquiring, we were close, right? So the thought process was that Verizon divested from media, right? And AT&T, did it do the same?
Yeah. We were
or did
looking
it?
at us, though, T-Mobile, because they bought Sprint, and we were curious if Sprint had any media relations.
Which I believe it did, right?
I think we found some. I'm pretty sure. Guys, we would have to go back and look at the stream. We'll throw an info card here in the clip for the last stream where we actually talked about this.
I'm not doing that.
You got this.
I'm not going to add info cards.
You got this.
It seems like a lot of excess. Hey, info cards can be done on YouTube. You can do the info cards.
If you guys are watching this, that's above my pay grade, sir. There you go.
So they did not acquire or divest from any media that I'm aware of, at least not in this news feed, but there was a acquisition. Look at that. Shintel Wireless, which I've never heard of whatsoever. But it was worth $1.89 billion in cash. It makes you sound like they pulled money out of the mattress. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
No wonder we didn't hear about it last time.
Yeah, no, it literally just happened.
T-Mobile could potentially go up if it like what's the name of that cell phone company again? Shintel? Shitty?
Shintel, Shentel. Shentel. S. Wireless.
Shintel. Let's see. Virginia and portions of Western Maryland leases fiber optic facilities throughout its services area and not include internet voice services provided by customers. You know what this probably is in reference to, though? T-Mobile is advertising a lot about their home internet service. Home
internet through 5G, or
I don't know. I honestly have no idea.
Well, but it's wireless that they're acquiring the wireless assets.
Yeah. The wireless segment provides digital wireless services. Hold on. Specify if it does.
5G.
Okay, so Central Maryland and parts of Ohio and Kentucky as a Sprint PCS affiliate. So they were previously affiliated with Sprint. So it makes, I guess, sense that T-Mobile would end up having to do a merger, because Sprint's no longer active, and if they want, that affiliation or something. Let's see, the cable segment. Oh, this is media. They also do cable services, TV.
Really? Interesting.
Bold move, T-Mobile. And a wireless segment which provides regulated and unregulated voice services and DSL internet access and long-distance access and services through several different counties in that area. So this is like Charter Communications. This is like Comcast, guys. Cox Cable. Like this is TV, internet, and cell phone service.
This is tied in with Nokia. Shintel launches 5G ready fixed wireless with Nokia. So if I'm reading this correctly, and this went through, then T-Mobile now owns this 5G ready fixed wireless with Nokia. T-Mobile's now partnered with Nokia. You mentioned Nokia earlier in the stream, and I said we weren't going to talk about it because it wasn't time. But it looks like
it wasn't relevant.
Knock Gang says that it is. And look at this. Interesting. Jeez, 965%.
Wow.
That's so stupid. That isn't even. That's so stupid. Anyways, the real number is 0.08. But estimate 0.008. Oh my God! Wow. Okay, that's impressive.
That was a typo.
No, it's maybe. Well, let's see. Maybe it was because the estimate here was 0.13, and then the next estimate went to 0.008.
Trading View, you're fucking shit up, man.
Nah, it would have been internally in Nokia. They were like, whatever.
Okay, people bought the stock. Bonuses.
I don't know. This is exciting. So T-Mobile, right?
T-Mobile acquired Sprint several months back.
Right.
And all the cell phone companies have been dropping media platforms because of the media regulations that are being introduced.
Mm-hmm.
And here's T-Mobile buying a fucking media-based company, tip jar.
No, just the wireless assets, which means this company. So Shintel is the company we need to be looking at realistically. So Shintel,
I have them pulled up.
Their company?
Yeah. I'm on Shintel's website. So welcome to Shintel, broadband leader, responsive, easy and convenient. Why choose us? Why choose us? Hey, go to the Why Choose Us portion of their website. They have a video.
Where's that at? Their site's kind of funky. Are you on Shintel.com?
Yeah, I'll send you the link for the specific page I'm at. Bing! Shintel, the shit's real.
So, young people,
looks a lot like
Jeeps, trees,
non-COVID activities,
horses, tomatoes,
farming,
apples,
old people, shedding.
So rural broadband removes its wireless capability. That's odd.
So this
would
be because T-Mobile is pushing that in-home wireless internet service, and they obviously, based off of this, are definitely doing a 5G internet. So they're trying to offer cellular data to people as home internet, and they're expecting, because I'm going to say some, because not everyone is 5G. Some places that have 5G, they're expecting good speeds, I guess. I mean, when you go to hold on, let me see if I can pull this up. When you go to T-Mobile's website, because again, there's fucking flyers. There I go again. There are flyers and shit everywhere for their home internet service. Okay. So T-Mobile home internet, $60 a month with autopay, one fixed price, high-speed internet, equipment included, with a massive capacity of T-Mobile's expanding network. Explore plan details. So it definitely is cellular data.
Oh, we got something.
It has... So you confirm your coverage eligibility with your address, blah, 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 blah. I'm not giving you my phone number and information. Fuck that.
Jeez. Oh my God.
I didn't say that. I'm gonna potentially reinstall voice mod just for you, Horse Raider. I'm gonna start beeping this stuff out. But what'd you find? What you looking at there?
Okay, so it's all coming together. First off,
Verizon hands out free iPhones.
They're trying to get subscribers that they lost back. T-Mobile but SoftBank sold them, and they still seem to be following good old Jack Ma's plan, at least from what I heard when I listened to him say some stuff this one time. Anyways, so they bought the wireless assets from a company that
was offering rural internet services to northeastern parts of the United States.
And was working with Nokia in 2020 for their 5G. So whatever they were working on, it didn't get released on their site yet. And then T-Mobile buys this up before Shentel releases it.
It must be good. I mean, honestly, because if you think about it, most larger corporations don't make judgment calls like that without doing their own type of due diligence. So the Shentel company and Nokia could have been working on something really good. And now it's all going to be fudgered because T-Mobile has it.
No, I don't think it will be. I don't think it will be. But there's more to it than this. Because once again, we're going to go back. You got infrastructure bill, right? You have just standard, the need for 5G and more bandwidth for the average consumer. The average consumer needs more bandwidth right now. People don't want to watch things in, 420p or whatever the other ones are. I don't know, anyways. And in addition to that, you have Skynet and the robots, because at the end of the day, all of these robots are going to have SIM cards in them. And they're going to be transferring data, not voice, which means you need bandwidth, which means 5G. The 5G play is going to run into robots, which is going to, I think we're going to see a boost. We have a labor problem, right? We've established that we have a labor issue right now,
Fair.
And everybody knows it. We also established that we had a lack of work issue for a while, and they did not move the robots into society yet. Robots have not taken over society.
Well, we also discussed how the robots were taken out of the stores pre-COVID.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So somebody knew, going back onto the whole thought process of, COVID's not man-made. Sure, buddy, tell that to the robots.
Well, they
knew when to leave.
We'll see about the man-made COVID business in the coming year. We'll see what happens. Anyways, so the robots are coming. They are going to be a thing. Autonomous vehicles, they are here. But we need them for something. We're missing. So something occurred right during COVID. A change in the labor force has occurred, and it's caused a problem in a lot of different markets. It's going to cause a problem in the trucking industry. It's going to cause a problem in the construction industry, because what happens when, you normally sell something for, say, 10,000, and I don't know, 3,000 is labor, 3,000 is material, and 3,000 is everything else, right? Rentals and who knows? That's not even close, because realistically, 10,000 and 4,500 labor, 4,500 materials, and 1,000 for everything else is the opposite end of that spectrum. So between 10 to 30, right? Anyways, now when material cost skyrockets, which it's been happening due to shortages, due to inflation, it'll correct.
Pouring out the milk. Okay.
Yeah. It'll come back down, so wood will go up, and then it'll come back down, but it's not probably going to come back to where it was.
Dad?
Hold on. Hold on, bud. I'm streaming. What's up?
Somebody's being summoned by a child. I do got to say, in reference to the supplies, since we'll let Arcos there continue in reference to what he was going on about. But I live right next to a freaking sawmill. Like, not right next. It's 20 minutes away. And wood's still expensive here. And it's right there. It's getting processed. Right there.
Mm-hmm.
Anywho, continue.
So, yeah, wood is expensive everywhere, even right at the source. And it's going to be expensive after the prices come back down, right? But something is occurring during this time. So we have COVID and the shifts that have happened with the labor market, right? That just naturally have happened. Because what happened? A lot of people lost their jobs, right? COVID happens, the world locks down, restaurants went out of business, companies fired tons of people. Large corporations laid off a lot of people. Smaller companies had to. A small company that maybe had a couple of owners that were no longer, doing stuff in the business and had employees. A lot of those people had to get rid of their employees and then go back to work at their own company, or reduce the amount. So there was a change in the labor market. Right. On top of that, you have people saying, that minimum wage workers should be at $15 an hour. And they've been saying that for a long time, but it's now something that's being looked at a lot closer. And there's people saying, well, this person's getting unemployment and they're not working and it's not enough to survive on. And is that okay? Sure, it's okay. We don't care. That's what everyone's saying, right? Not everyone, but a lot of people are like, you can go to work at McDonald's. Okay, so for a while, a long time ago, it was, if you work at McDonald's and you're 40, you're a loser, right? McDonald's is for children. That's what they said.
You're 40 and you're the GM and you're making pretty good money at McDonald's.
Sure, right? But that's what a lot of people said. It's they shouldn't be working there, right? But then they go to McDonald's at 2:00 in the afternoon when everyone's still in high school, and they're like, "What the hell is this 40-year-old dude, doing? Like, he's making me a burger because I want a burger."
Adult serving me my food. Shouldn't it be brought to me by some child?
Yeah,
No,
there's some low-paid
labor laws.
child. You get paid for it.
So with the lack of stuff, and slightly on topic, slightly off topic. I mean, even locally, fast food places where I'm at locally have started to pay people between, let's say, $13 to $15 an hour. Now, it's not a bad wage. However, with the way things have gone in the area that I'm at, it's not living wages. You would have to have at least 2 jobs, and this would be for a single person. Not a family, a single person. You would essentially have to have 2 jobs, making at least almost 30 plus an hour in order to live up here, because of the price of housing and just the overall cost of living, the way it's spiked up. It's ridiculous. And this is why a lot of people still do not want to go back to work since COVID, because they were previously making more money on unemployment. And now that a lot of states have been canceling the federal aid for the unemployment, they've been doing it specifically so that people go back to work.
Yeah, but it's misguided. The whole thing's misguided. First off, you can't survive. It is hard to survive on less than 25 an hour for a single earner.
Oh, absolutely.
It is very hard. 25 is the minimum that really. 18 maybe.
I mean, depending upon where you live, sure.
It's just a matter of time that you're continuously going in, further into debt. You're not increasing. You're constantly at risk. It's back to the paycheck to paycheck thing.
So I have a buddy in that lives in California, and obviously, I mean, we all know how California is and how expensive it is, and he makes $13 an hour. His roommate's his brother.
Lives with 70 people.
I was like, how the hell do you afford to live there? They don't live with 70 people. It's just those 2. But the reason they can afford to live there is because, luckily enough, they had an inheritance from their grandmother. So they bought the condo they live in. So the only thing they're paying is HOAs, which still $400 a month for HOAs. That's still pretty shitty, considering, I mean, is this going to give me, I don't know, internet service with my HOAs? Is this going to give me TV service? Why justify why I should be paying you $400 a month when almost anybody can walk into this condo? All right.
To do landscaping.
It's a condo.
They have like 2 plants.
All right, we got this one from IKEA. It was $400, and we got these succulents from Amazon, and they were $30 a piece. So we have a wall of succulents.
Yeah. Well,
I just.
But it's all in the same. Once again, this is back to a conspiracy thing. There's all of these different things that go into play, and here's the bad part about it is people are now able to. Okay, people are now able to take this information and use it how they want. So, for instance,
what's up, Zom?
What's that? What? Oh,
new subscriber.
Zom. I want to say it like Zod from Star Wars, or no, Superman. You remember Zod?
Zoltan. Sorry.
Or Zoltan. Sure. So here's the thing. So it goes up, right? And people aren't coming back to work at McDonald's, and people get upset, and they go, "That's because you're not paying unemployment, or you're paying unemployment. And why would they go to work for McDonald's when they make more money on unemployment?" And that's true. Why would they? So the solution to a lot of people's thoughts on this is you take somebody who's making X amount of money, right? And you pay them, I don't know, Y, which is less than X, to force them to come back to work, right? Which is fine, but you do, like, I don't know if people do realize that this is now taking families, people's lives, people who are eating food, right? Or hopefully eating food. People who want to eat food, right? And you're now shaving off a large portion of money from an income that is already lower than what they need to have to be like, I don't want to say like not functioning and stuff, but it's like, there's a difference. Like, I've been poor for a long time. A good portion of my life, I was dirt poor, and we had fun. You know what I mean? And we had love.
Yeah, we did have fun.
And we cared. I mean, people cared.
We didn't have love.
But man, it's not as fun as riding around on a jet ski.
I mean, it's funner because you can ride your bike into the water and pretend it's a jet ski.
Yes, you can.
And it's cheaper.
Yeah. So, with that being said, now what's happening, there's a few things that are happening, right? So, throughout the course of history, people have gathered in cities for a variety of reasons. One of those reasons being because of the accessibility of things. Not the purge.
I was off. My bad.
Because they want McDonald's, and you go to the city to get McDonald's. But now McDonald's is everywhere. Because they want a job, and the jobs are in the city. But now the jobs are everywhere because you can work virtually. And that was proven with COVID. And it's going to, over the next 10 years, what happened with people working from home during COVID, we will see the results of that over at least the next 10 years. It may not happen like honestly, a light bulb.
I mean, honestly, though, I mean, if people are so concerned about fossil fuels and, green planet, working from home should be more realistic. Other than COVID, I mean, it's good for the environment. It's good for my health. I get coffee anytime I want. I can tell people to just completely off. And I have my cats.
Do you get a quarter back for that?
No, I typically lose a client.
No, when you skip a curse word, when you don't curse and you don't have to put a quarter in, do you get points for do you get a quarter back now?
I'll let Horse Rider decide.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a good idea. I don't know if that's a good idea.
I still have to look into the whole animation thing because I think it'd still be funny to push a button and have the animation of a quarter being put in the jar to pop up on the screen.
But then one has to come out.
Anywho, yeah. Like it shakes and then one drops out for when we don't swear.
Yeah.
But the biggest problem that people have, and I know that we're on topic or we're not on topic. Who cares? I mean, again,
we are. It's a broad topic.
This is we talk about what we want to talk about, and the biggest thing that people forget to look at when you are working and when you are getting a job and when you are spending that money is that iPhone does not cost you, for instance, $100. That iPhone cost you potentially 10 hours of your life to get that item. And people don't take into consideration the amount of hours that they have to work in order to get said item. Therefore, for instance, like when it comes to buying a house, that takes a lot of hours because that can potentially take 15 to 30 years. And
oh my God.
that can sometimes take, half your income or a little bit less if you get a good, rate. But looking at things as I'm buying this meal at McDonald's for my lunch because I'm on my lunch break. It cost me an hour of my shift today because I'm only making $13 and the meal was $10 plus tax. I'm only working a 7-hour shift and I'm only making $70 today because I bought that lunch. This is why some companies make alternative incentives, like, for instance, Jack in the Box, where if you work an 8-hour shift plus, they'll actually give you a meal for free.
That's
that
nice.
Makes sense.
Right. That's nice of them.
Sense. That is very nice of them. It makes sense because they're making sure that the wellness of their employees are taken care of in that, that bigger picture. Because if you work fast food, in my opinion, you're less likely to go and buy fast food because you're around it all the time and you don't want to, continuously experience it. The problem is
you saw how the sausage was made.
That's you saw how the sausage was handled. You generally don't have a lot of money to really go anywhere else.
Well, and that's the thing.
So, I mean,
that's it, though, right? I mean, so there's that, and what's going to happen is people are going to change their income sources, right? So first off, you don't have to live in the city because they got McDonald's somewhere else and Jack in the Box somewhere else.
And T-Mobile's offering rural internet at your house. Yeah, and you can go back to the country.
Get your internet. And companies more and more, especially, they'll fight against it for a while, but in a lot of different positions, you can work remotely. Some things you can't. You cannot flip a burger remotely, but you can.
Yes, you can.
What, with a robot?
With a drone.
Hop in VR. Yeah, use your drone.
Even the VR situation, that's even better.
Yeah.
That's even better,
Well, you
like
can.
They're going to start coming out with VR games for the Oculus, like Burger Rush, and what they're doing is they're training.
Yes, they're having you actually. They're not training. The game is actually controlling a robot, and they're doing the work because AI. You can't count on the AI, but you can count on like a remote control. And so they have for each player that has a high score, they have 50 drones that are flipping burgers in different restaurants.
Yeah.
Yeah. Child labor. It's not child labor, right?
Guys, we're taking that to the bank.
No, totally patent that. So that's what's going to happen, right? But before that happens,
that's considered child labor.
Before that happens, though, before the robots take over and do all of these jobs, which I don't know why a robot isn't flipping the burger yet. Before that happens, the fast food industry is going to increase the wages of employees because during COVID, I didn't see people talking shit about there's a nickel for the jar. I didn't see anybody though talking shit. There's another nickel. When COVID was happening and these people wanted to go to McDonald's and get a burger, and people didn't want to work at McDonald's because people
didn't want to risk being around COVID. But you know what?
A lot of COVID
like we've had this discussion off stream before. We've had this discussion in person. People have a fear of COVID, which is understandable.
Not anymore.
But people, well, it's starting to go away. But people during the fear of the pandemic would constantly order fast food.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Being prepared by people that who knows where, and being delivered to your door by who knows what, and in what means. And did they breathe on my food? Did they breathe on the bag that I'm grabbing from my doorstep to bring into my house? Like, do I need to spray this with Lysol and hope it doesn't affect my food? I mean,
well, imagine if you work there, though. Forget
I mean,
getting okay. So my thing was if I went through a drive-through during COVID, it's like I was just touching 10,000 people. You know what I mean? In the course of a day,
exactly.
because
And this is why, like, a lot of them started making it like I go to a local coffee shop all the time. When you know the missus wants some coffee and stuff, and we have the extra funds, we support local. I mean, I highly recommend it, guys. Support local.
always.
But they would stick the card reader out the freaking window so that you could just insert your card and not actually have to have any physical contact. Even like a lot of these companies, they would get the big old cups from like the dollar store or something, and they would put the drink in the cup and they would hold onto the handle and they'd hand you the cup so that you're not actually touching. Just different ways about it. And you know what? There's a lot of things about COVID that sucked in reference to what happened to, you know, society as a whole. However, honestly, besides COVID, it probably was the healthiest flu season we had ever fucking had.
Mm-hmm. Which makes sense. Better have been.
I mean, I would hope so.
But yeah, so
but back to stocks.
back to it's labor.
TMUS. Labor.
It's labor, and it's so we've established that some people can move, right? They don't have to live in the city. So our entire life, human life, civilization, right? The game Civilization. Imagine you're playing the game Civilization, which I don't think you played, but that's because you're a slacker and you'll learn. Oh, yes, you'll learn. And so you're playing Civilization, and entire time during this, the cities get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger because everyone's going to the cities for a variety of different reasons. But one of those reasons is for livelihoods, you know, because there's places to live and because there's work to be found. People go to the cities for work. People leave the country and they go to the city. That is going to start declining. That the act of that is no longer, what the heck? Okay, yeah. So as that begins to decline, and all the other reasons why, because people worked in fast food, and during COVID, they realized that even during COVID, they're basically allowed, during the lockdown, they're like, you can go to work. You know, a lot of other people can't go to work, but you can go to work because I remember reading an article on it or listening to some person talk about it, and they were like, is fast food an essential worker? And it was, because there was low income people, and that's where they got their food from, or people who didn't even have a kitchen and they get hot meals from like a fast food place. So they became considered essential, I guess, for some point. And so they're working, risking their lives and not making enough to make it worth it. So when they YOLO a bunch of money on BlackBerry, I don't blame them. But before they YOLO that money on BlackBerry, I think some of them have decided to move into other arenas. So it isn't as much about getting everybody back to work, because here's going to be the big shocker when that happens. Two things. First off, everyone is going to get back to work. At least more people will get back to work, and unemployment will run out for people who have unemployment, and the extra benefits will eventually expire or be removed forcefully early. At whatever point, it doesn't matter. Over a period of time, people are going to get back to work, and the problem won't be solved. They're going to wonder. There's going to be a bunch of people sitting around being like, well, we got the lowest unemployment numbers ever, and we still have this problem. We still have the same problem. We don't have enough truck drivers. We don't have enough people who want to work in fast food or at the Walmart or whatever it is, in whatever industry where people have to touch people or breathe with people. They're like, I'm out of here. So there's that. There's technologies improving, and so people don't want to do it. And there's education is being improved just from having access to the internet, let alone whatever they end up doing on education. And you know they will do something. So you'll have a lot of workers probably leaving the workforce to go to school, which I'm sure someone will complain about that. First, they're going to complain that somebody worked at McDonald's and didn't have a better career. And then they're going to complain that they're no longer working at McDonald's and that they're going to school and whatever. It doesn't matter. What matters is that the way the population is integrated in with the labor market is it already was rocked from COVID. It was going to be rocked before COVID happened because of all the robots and automation that was coming into the market. And then I could see his cat. Anyways, even though that has already started to happen and then it paused for COVID and then COVID happened and that changed the market. And now we're going to start seeing automation come in because it's going to fill the hole. It's going to fill the gap. It's going to be automation that's going to fill the gap. It's going to be the robots that's going to fill the gap in the problems that the pain we're about to experience with the workforce. We're about to experience pain with the workforce, and they'll argue it out. The talking heads on the media will argue it out of it's because of unemployment, it's because lack of education, which side wants to tell whatever story they want to tell. And are those things valid points? Sure, they are, but there's a bunch of different things that are attributing to the problem that everyone's going to experience, and namely that's going to be, I think, in major cities is where we're going to see a big shift in employment, and that's going to cause shortages in unskilled and in skilled labor. That's a quarter. I'll give you a quarter. I'll give you $1. So the change in the skilled and unskilled labor, that skilled labor, I would like to show you that right there is the perfect example of skilled labor. He's going to hop on TikTok and we'll run that and it'll be great. But what's going to solve this is going to be the robots. What's going to allow the robots to work is two parts. Something with batteries and energy. Maybe that's a solar road. I don't know. But those things got to be able to work. And so it's probably going to be lithium. So you're talking lithium, you're talking same things that you need for EV is going to affect the robotic market because of the battery. So lithium, graphite, cobalt, those kind of things, right, are going to be required. But the other thing that's going to be required for the robotic takeover is going to be communication. And that communication, I'm very, very positive, is going to come through SIM cards and 5G, which means T-Mobile, AT&T, Verizon, and who's left? Is there anybody else?
US Cellular.
They're still there?
I don't even know if they have 5G. I think so. I don't know. Mint Mobile.
If they don't.
Mint Mobile.
It's gonna be. Oh my God! It's gonna be Mint Mobile, dude. Ryan, what's his name? Ryan
Reynolds.
Reynolds. Is it Ryan Reynolds? Are you saying that right? Ryan Reynolds is about to become like so rich from robots and Mint Mobile. Mint Mobile's going to power him
because they're going to design the automation in the robots and how they just like leave the house at night when you don't need them and they go and charge at a Tesla station and come back to your house.
They are. Yeah. That's very likely. It's very likely. Anybody heavily in that industry is probably going to do very well, but Tesla will also do good. Not Tesla per se, but Elon with Starlink, because Starlink is going to IPO. And when Starlink IPOs right now, I don't know, you can look into how easy it is to get satellite internet if you live in a rural area, but I don't know if have you ever looked up at the Starlink satellites?
Have I looked up at them?
At the sky and looked at them?
I don't like showing them my face, so I kind of I walk like this when I go outside. And I don't go outside often, guys.
All right, let's see if we can track them. There we go. By name?
Wait a minute. Why are they only moving in a line?
USA. Let's pick an area.
Custom.
Oh, that's them. No, not custom. We're going to pick, not the United Kingdom. There we go. Let's do Eugene, Oregon. If you're in Eugene, Oregon, 4:58 a.m.
Is this telling you where you would be able to see it?
Yes. You're going to go outside. You're going to look southwest to northeast if you're in Eugene, Oregon, or you just go to findstarlink.com and you put in whatever you need to put in to be able to find out where you're going to be, and you can take a look right now at where these things are.
Okay.
So right now, if you're in like a rural area and you get satellite internet, which a lot of times is the only option for you, right? Even beyond 5G, because 5G requires these towers, right? So satellite is going to solve this problem when you don't have the tower. You're going to get some fast internet. We're talking 5G versus Starlink speed. Let's see what we got. 5G is 20 times faster. Okay. 10 times faster. So Starlink is 10 times faster than 4G. And so it's half the speed of 5G. So we're talking, what, 80 down and 17 up?
There's no way you're getting 2.5 gigs down and 1.25 up. That'd be the same thing as, that's the same thing as having like fiber in your house.
Yeah, 5G is like, I mean,
I don't believe it.
It says it on the internet, though. Gizmodo's pretty accurate. We can believe Gizmodo, right? T-Mobile. T-Mobile said it had plans to have 9.5 million 5G home subscribers by 2024.
Would explain all the freaking advertisements I've been getting.
I'm telling you. Anyway, Starlink. So we'll call Starlink a guesstimate of half the speed of 5G. But you can go to this map right here and you can watch it and you look up. And when these satellites go by, dude, it's insane. It's insane because this is what it looks like. We just had... You see this chain of satellites moving? Yes. When you look at the sky, that's what you see. That's what it looks like from your eyes standing and just like looking up at the sky. I guess. No! No, why is this happening to me? There, okay. There, can you see the satellites?
See Orion's belt right there, guys? That's the cat's collar from Men in Black.
Yes. Do you see it? What? This isn't even accurate, is it? Anyways, when this IPOs, this is going to be insane. This is going to be, and even if forget the IPO and forget stocks, go to this site. Put in your coordinates or the closest area that's close to your place that you live, and find a couple of times, set an alarm, wake your ass up, go outside, and take a look at this. It is the most astonishing thing. Like when I saw it, it was just insane.
You lost me at go outside and wake my ass up.
Yep, you got to do it. Sometimes it's what you got to do. But so T-Mobile, Workforce, Starlink, 5G, robots. Robots are going to require either the SIM card or it's going to require the Starlink to get going, right? But it needs to be able to communicate. They need to be able to communicate. You're not plugging in a damn ether cord into your Bender robot.
Now, one thing you got to take into consideration too, though, the difference between Starlink and 5G is that 5G is very easily accessible to upgrade and repair. Starlink, they have to spend hella money and get a new freaking satellite. So until they're ready to start upgrading, they're not going to. And the only reason that they would start to upgrade is if they wanted to compete with T-Mobile.
I don't think that it'll be the focus. I think that speed that they have selected, that they're pushing out with these satellites, is going to be the speed. It's additional coverage is going to be the only concern. And then after additional coverage is going to be acquiring the subscriber base. So right now, if you were to get in, I applied for the beta, but I applied it in 2 different locations. And when it came back that I was approved, I wasn't sure which location it was. And so I didn't do it, or I would have already done it because I wasn't going to pay for someone else to get it. But because I put an alert on both emails and I don't remember which one the alert went to. It came out to, I believe, total startup cost was like $500 or something to get going.
For the Starlink stuff?
Yeah, and then it was like $100. I don't know. I did the math on it, and it was going to be a larger upfront cost that I'd have to pay right now to get everything up and running. But then after that, I would end up saving on my current cost. If I take my internet and I went full cut the cord, I'd save like $200 a month.
How much do you pay for internet?
Well, it's not just internet, it's media in general. I have an expensive media bill.
How much do you pay for TV?
TV and internet is like $3 something.
What the fuck?
Yeah. So,
you have Netflix?
Boom. I got Netflix too. Mm-hmm. Yep. I like Netflix. In fact, I just
why do you need TV?
Finished the Ragnarok. Season 2 is out.
Why
that great.
Why do you need TV?
Oh, the kids watch TV. The wife watches TV sometimes.
What do they watch?
Shows, and occasionally I use the Xfinity streaming platform as well.
See, this is a fucking problem right there. Is you got Xfinity.
Yeah, Xfinity sucks.
It does, and they also regulate your internet speeds as well once you go over a certain amount of data. Yeah. So you're going to want to get like a DOCSIS 3.1 or better modem if you don't already have one, because they can't regulate those very well.
No, I'm using their modem because I'm going to switch to Starlink, and I'm not going to have to worry about that. Or I'll switch to 5G. I'll be cutting the cord from the hard wire.
Starlink, you will have a crappy time trying to stream.
80 down and 20 up. I mean, it's close to what I already got, right?
Are you shitting me? You're paying 300 and something, and you only have 80 down and 20 up?
Yeah, but I'm paying that for like a bunch of stuff. Oh, whatever. Maybe it's not 80. 220 down. But it's not reliable.
Guys, he's scaring me with these. Look at
that. My up is horrible. 8. The up is only 8.
I mean,
it's not what I'm paying for. I'm pretty sure I'm paying for 50.
It's probably 8 because you're currently uploading and you have a shit ton of tabs up, and the kids are probably on something, and
everybody's on something. There's constantly data moving.
Right. So continuing this, we're going to move away from TMUS. We're going to go to GNUS. We're going to go to GNUS, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, so
now, for those of you that don't know, GNUS is the Genius Brands International Inc. It is a content and brand management company which engages in developing, producing, marketing, and license branded children's entertainment properties and consumer products for media distribution and retail channels. The firm acts as a licensing agent for certain brands such as Llama Llama, Psycho Bunny. That doesn't sound like a children brand, Psycho Bunny. From Frank and Silencius Technologies, or Silencius Technologies? Oh, well. The company was founded in Balaban. Oh, founded by. I was like, I've never heard of this place.
You made up a country?
I made up a country. Founded by Balaban Howard Allen on January 2nd, 2006, and is headquartered in Beverly Hills, California. Now, Llama Llama, anybody who's a parent knows Llama Llama books and the Llama Llama series that came on Amazon Prime. And if you don't know Llama Llama, then
you're a bad parent.
You're a bad parent. Yeah.
I don't think I know Llama Llama, so I'm screwed. No, I'm pretty sure I recognize it. But they got a lot of Nickelodeon properties.
Really? This is not intended for children.
This is not. This is not intended for children. What this is intended for is... So we were talking about different media companies and tech getting out of media, right? And T-Mobile, and are they associated? So I guess there's the question. There's the question that I have. Is T-Mobile associated with Genius in any way? That's
a lot of red.
That is a lot of red. It's scary business. So I don't know. I don't know. Is it? I don't think it is. Genius Brands appoints Never Wrong Toys as the global master toy partner.
Go to the 11:20:59 a.m.
11:20.
Yeah. Read that one. Read it out loud to the
CEO
community.
says it's still early and unproven. Says company has been approached to do something with NFTs and Stan Lee.
NFTs are back, baby! Bring out the
left.
Playboy!
Bring out the apes.
Sorry, continue.
Well, so they're gonna do some Stan Lee NFTs. That'll go well. So I guess they have Stan Lee. Do they own the Stan Lee brand? What's the deal with that?
I doubt it. It's Marvel. They could be the
well, it might be Marvel, but they
maybe.
Exactly, like they own like properties and stuff. So AT&T, Warner, Amazon, MGM announces earthquake, and we already know that. Why is Genius involved in that? I don't know. I guess they're not. T-Mobile is. I need to figure out how to do the and operator on this so that it requires
both of them in the same category.
Mm-hmm. And I knew how to do it, and I forgot. You would think it would just be the and operator, though, and then that's all I need.
Littering and.
Maybe I gotta
littering and.
Right, and?
Littering and. Littering and. Come on.
I don't remember right now. Littering and.
Super Troopers.
Yeah, I know, but I'm trying to figure out what the and was. You know, I saw those guys live, well, at least two of them. They're funny.
I would hope so.
Yeah, no, they're like really funny and like doing stand-up. It's really funny. So Genius is, I don't know, it sounds similar to the TMUS, right? It is a media company. It has some news that's going on that this whole business with the wrong toys. I keep wanting to say Wong Toys. The Wrong Toys is global master toy partner. That's important. The NFT business going on. Like there's some stuff happening with it. And
there's a lot, yeah.
In addition to that, it's moved a bit here. I mean, it's a pretty good jump. Remember, this is only $1.82, so you know this thing moves by 20 cents, and that's 10%, right? So it's interesting. I'm looking at it. It's on my radar. I'm most likely going to get in. I had already gotten in previously, but I'm going to get in again. Let's see. They got earnings, and I don't have an answer for the earnings on any of these. But one thing you will see on the earnings is they're negative. There was a stock that somebody was talking about today that I thought was kind of funny because they were like, we don't know what's going on. Like they beat their estimates, I think, on their earnings. But if you look at their earnings since like the dawn of time, they've been negative. They're like cash flow negative.
How the hell are they still running then?
Well, a lot of companies are running, based off of the Daily's investment strategy.
Oh, that's because when it comes to profit margins, they can't count government stimulus. Got it. They're actually rolling in the dough, but nobody knows it.
That's the Daily's going to get money for the infrastructure plan. That's guys, you may not know it.
We closed for 3 years due to COVID. We knew it was coming. We need that income back.
It was made in the deli. But Genius, I'm looking at, it's previously spiked pretty high. It's gotten a good return. I just feel like there's a ride here. I don't know exactly why. I guess my due diligence here is my gut, which isn't like when you have a gut feeling, you have a tapeworm or something is going on. I don't know. I read something about that a long time ago. A parasite is eating at your gut, and that's what gives you a gut feeling. You're dying slowly. Oh, they cured cancer. Do you know that?
What?
Yeah, somebody cured cancer. Who was that? It's probably a stock involved in this. Kills cancer cells.
Bees.
News 9 hours ago. Drug acts as Trojan horse and kills cancer cell. Who owns this drug? We should be looking at this. Why was this not on the list?
I
3D
don't know,
cells,
but
metabolic
that's...
warhead, light activated. It's kind of big news, right?
I mean, it is if it works,
BD.
because this is going to destroy any and every chemo backing company there is.
Ah, invalid symbol. All right. What's the name of the company? Unsplash CCO Public. Oh my God. Let me find a different article that was a day ago. Yes, you can. Yes, cookies. What is the name? Molecule Killer Chemical. What's the name of the company?
Oh
Oh my
God. Thousands of NHS patients to swallow tiny cameras to check for bowel cancer.
Ew.
We're already getting the robots inside us, guys.
Yep.
Let's see.
All right. What is the name of the company?
Cancer killing Trojan horse drug. Rest in paradise, Prince. Blah, blah, blah.
Oh, it's at a university.
Is the university publicly traded?
It's privately traded.
Damn, you have to be an alum. Yeah, there's not really a lot of information on this article. And yeah, this article came out yesterday. So it came out during Memorial Day, and in my opinion, kind of brushed under the rug. Like, I'm surprised I haven't heard about this until now. Like a full day. Like, I've seen nothing about this online. Let's see. University of Edinburgh.
I don't think you say it like that. You have to say like Edinburgh.
The University of Edinburgh.
You have to say it forcefully.
Edinburgh. No, I don't like it.
Okay.
The University of I Am American. I say what I want.
Here we go. Here's a financial Yahoo Finance, which was recently sold. Because it's a good site. Words, bunch of words.
Publicly traded.
Bunch of words. This is going nowhere and we can't find it. So this needs to be looked into. And I think the solution to look into this is going to be to find the people who are involved in it, the doctors that are involved in it, and then find out where they speak at, or if they sit on any boards of any companies that are publicly traded that happen to be biotech stocks. And I mean, it would be likely that one of those companies would then get that data a little sooner from a friend and possibly then apply for FDA approval or whatever approval on something and probably see it pop. So if we do a little bit of research into that, we might be able to catch a pop on a biotech stock before it happens, but I don't like biotech.
Now I could be wrong in this, but like I'm looking at statistics for the University of Edinburgh. And they are ranked number 40 in the world for biology and biochemistry.
Nice.
So number 45 for biotechnology and applied microbiology.
Wow.
And number 57 for cell biology.
Ooh, and this is cell biology, right?
Now, you're telling me that a school that's not even in the top 10 potentially just cured cancer?
I think so. I think that's what I'm saying. That checks out.
But do you understand what's wrong with that? Why is it among the top 30 globally ranked universities, and why is it not among the top, like the number one? Like, in my opinion, you know, somebody coming up with an actual cure for cancer, they would be the number one school. Well, in my opinion.
They haven't updated the list yet.
I mean, this is potentially true, but still, I'm just saying.
After they update the list, they're going to have to bump them up a little bit.
nuclear medicine and medical imaging, they're ranked 108th.
Is it nuclear or nuclear?
Nuclear.
Nuclear. Who had a hard time with that? Was George Bush, right? George Bush Jr. had a hard time with that word.
We have dropped nuclear. But no, I don't know. Psychiatry and psychology is actually better than their radiology and nuclear assessment, and their gastroenterology. Gastroenterology.
Jeez, that sounds crazy.
And hepatology is number 76.
Wait. Okay, ready? Let's see if he says it. No. No. Is it bad that I missed this guy? I hated this guy. He's not going to say. I don't know where he says it at.
I mean, we can't hear him.
You can't?
On stream. So...
Oh, really? Oh. Well, too bad. Moving on. He says it, and he doesn't say it right, and there was a whole thing about him not pronouncing this word correctly. It was like the biggest news ever. It was a different time back then. It was a simpler time.
Now, I want to go back to the school.
Yes.
Because, honestly, I don't know what's taken companies so long. And I mean companies as in like big corporate companies. I mean, obviously, I know what's taken so long. They don't want a cure for cancer because they make money. Cancer medication, chemotherapy makes corporations tens of millions of dollars every year. And they do not want to cure cancer because of this. If they cured cancer or came out with a cure for cancer, they would lose their shit. Now, a university out of England has a Trojan horse cure that is currently testing as a positive outcome to kill cancer cells, is coming out with this article as of yesterday. Why are we hearing about it now? Why hasn't it been, all over the place? Well, you can blame the media. If the media doesn't pick this up, you guys heard it here first. But I really do want to point out the fact that you more than likely will not hear about this because they do not want it to be public knowledge, and that's
it doesn't work.
Experience. Or it doesn't work, but they wouldn't be advertising that they have had a successful test. I mean, you look back, like this was over 10 years ago. They found out that bee venom from regular honeybees kills cancer cells.
What if that's what they use?
And they don't even fucking have a cure for cancer when something like that is successful. Obviously, those that happen to fall under that unfortunate issue of having cancer and are allergic to bees, that sucks. But I'm sure that they could find a way around it to recreate that specific genotype to make it, for instance, not as aggressive for those who potentially are allergic to bees. But I'm just saying, like, there's a lot of things that have happened in the past where they have found things that work. I mean, even Asian pears actually help reduce the growth of cancer cells. So it's like, what the fuck? Nope.
No quarter for that one.
No quarter for that one. It's totally justifiable because cancer is a bastard, and I hate it.
Yep.
I dealt with it, in our family. I mean, my wife had cancer. We went through it. I mean, like everything. Like I don't like it. So this is something that I think we will touch bases on again, because if this article is accurate, and if they successfully tested a cancer-killing drug, Let's see. A Trojan horse drug that can kill cancer cells and bacterial cells without damaging nearby healthy tissue has been successfully tested by scientists. Scientists at the University of Edinburgh combined with tiny cancer-killing molecule SENBD with a chemical food compound to trick malignant cells into ingesting it. The peer-reviewed experimental study was carried out on zebrafish and human cells, but researchers say more studies are needed to confirm if it is safe and swift method of treating early-stage cancer and drug-resistant bacteria. Cancer cells are greedy and need to consume high amounts of food for energy, and they typically ingest more than healthy cells, which is essentially how they're tricking it in, to being eaten up. But this, this is a huge breakthrough. Even though they haven't finished testing and they're not obviously not close for human trial, that's okay. Knowing that they're working on this and that they have had success with this is groundbreaking. Like that's like Nobel Peace Prize like shit right there if they come out curing cancer.
Or at least making a big dent in curing some people.
Early caught cancer. How's that?
Fair enough. If they can make a dent in it, they can make a dent in it. I don't know if this site is good.
Legit. Yeah. Are you reading this on the Onion News Network? No. I gotta let this cat out of the room.
So we might need to look into that a little bit further because my sources cannot be verified or proven, and most of the time it's tinfoil hat. So cancer cells, Trojan horses, and GNUS. The next cartoon property that they're coming out with, not likely. But it is possible. Moving on, labor robots. I guess we already jumped the gun and talked about the labor robots and why the robots are going to be taking over, because they were already going to be taking over. And I will say this, and I will say this once, and I might say it more, but I'm going to say it at least once in case I have not said it. And it could be 100 years from now, but this seems inevitable to be. It is inevitable. Yep, tinfoil hat. Get your tinfoil hat on. Get your aluminum hats. I'm gonna make one so I can wear it when I do this. But there's gonna come a time when robots are gonna take over a large portion of production and the workforce. And when that time comes, if you don't own a robot of your own that is producing stuff, you are gonna be left behind. I'm talking, what's that movie with the ring and the people who live in the space where they can cure cancer, but on the earth, like Matt Damon's there and everything sucks?
Oh, Elysium?
Elysium. I'm talking Elysium. Walmart is bringing Elysium to America with the robots.
If Walmart was bringing Elysium to America, more people would be able to go to Elysium.
Yeah, that's true.
Walmart's cheap as fuck.
yeah. Quarter.
So let's go back to this. Abercrombie and Fitch.
No, we're on iRobot. Wait, are we? Is that on our list to talk about?
What?
Did something happen with them?
What? iRobot?
No, ANF. I got in.
No, they're not even on our list.
It's on my list. I got in a little high.
Not on my list.
I'm in at 42.89.
Right.
Because I like buying the top.
Let's make this easy, guys. While we're going over these robots, we're going to make this a little faster. AMD and Tesla, we're not going to talk about. They're doing bad. We're going to move on to what Tesla is doing.
What about iRibbit?
And fuck iRibbit. I hate robots.
Workforce. Okay, moving on.
Okay, fine.
Moving
I will
on.
read about.
We talked about it. AMD and Tesla.
I will. Yeah, moving on. All right.
AMD.
Now, the reason I want to jump to these is because it's a lot better subject matter.
Yes.
Reason being, gaming, ladies and gentlemen, fucking gaming.
Yes.
Like it is.
No.
You cannot tell me how to talk.
I'll be quiet. All right. So which one are we talking about? AMD or Tesla?
Let's do AMD and then we'll jump into Tesla, and then from Tesla we're going to jump into a couple of games that are coming out because these are things to keep an eye on.
So how about we change it up for a minute?
Okay, let's change it up. All right, what are we doing?
So go ahead and
Hot potato.
Go ahead and you can read the AMD profile if you like. But what I'd rather hear,
We've done that before.
What I'd rather hear is your profile of AMD. You tell me in your own words, who is AMD to you?
AMD to me is a chip processor company and a video graphic card distributor. To me, that is AMD.
Do you use AMD or NVIDIA?
I use NVIDIA because at the time, AMD did not offer ray tracing. However, the new AMD cards do offer ray tracing, and you can get a lot better deal with some of those AMD cards and more VRAM than you can with some of the NVIDIA. However, that's assuming if either one of them are actually in stock.
Well, I guess that depends on the price of crypto. A lot of used cards are probably about to be in stock real quick.
I mean, highly possible. And the sad thing is as a gamer, I would never ever recommend somebody to buy a used GPU that was used for mining, because it's going to be shit. Like, you're going to have to replace it very quickly.
Yeah, but a lot of people can't afford $1,500 video card.
And even if they could, the $1,500 video card's not in stock. But hey, I can get this discounted used one for $300, and it might last me for a while. So why the fuck not? Hey,
for a lot of people, that $300 used card, even though it's been burnt by crypto mining, is still going to be better than,
absolutely better than what they had previously. So like by all means, if that's all you can do, that's okay. I just would not overclock it. I would not try to push that thing any higher than what it's
that thing.
and I would probably limit your frames for a little bit too, just to see how it runs. But anyway, so I mean, for me, that's AMD. And the main thing that people got to take into consideration with AMD as well, and this was a big jump on them compared to Intel, is that AMD is the graphics company behind your Xbox consoles and your PlayStation consoles. So you're getting that 4K 120 hertz gaming because of AMD. And you're getting that budget, I don't want to say budget-friendly price, because, I mean, $500 for a gaming console is still pretty steep. But that's coming from, a guy that, used to use his brother's Dreamcast when he had it hooked up back with,
I missed the Dreamcast.
Sonic on the Dreamcast. That was the greatest thing ever.
Missed the Dreamcast.
But it's just, to me, that's AMD to me. That's where I see AMD is computer chips and computer GPUs.
So I have AMD in my house. I use NVIDIA on my computer, and I got Intel on this computer. But I had Ryzen.
Okay.
And so my son now has the Ryzen. And I think my wife has Ryzen. I'm not 100%. I have to double check her.
I will throw this out there. If you don't have the money for an i9 Intel, you're probably going to want to go with the Ryzen, because they are better for multitasking. Mm-hmm. But if you get higher end budget wise and you can afford it, then I would definitely go Intel i9 or better, just because of durability.
Yeah, for now, the i9, and that's what I went on mine is the i9. But I went Ryzen 7, I think, or whatever it was on the other one. I forgot. I did a lot of research into it and then forgot all about it immediately afterward, because I'd figured out what I needed, got it, was done. But that's why we're talking about AMD, other than the fact that they are more budget friendly. They've always been more budget friendly than NVIDIA and Intel. And that's the thing that I like about AMD too, is AMD isn't just a competitor with NVIDIA
of computers.
It's the American Walmart, though, right? Aren't they American?
It's, I don't know. That's probably a really bad analogy, guys. But this is your consumer-friendly company.
Yeah.
NVIDIA didn't drop their graphics cards prices until AMD came out a week prior to them launching the 30 series cards and announced what the starting price of their new cards are going to be. Mm-hmm. AMD was ready to give us a break, and NVIDIA was ready to drain us dry, realistically, until AMD stepped in and was like, hey, you guys do what you want. We're going to be offering them for this price. Now, when in stock, you can get a great graphics card for $350, $400 with ray tracing.
AMD is the people's gaming company for chips.
That would be fair
For graphic cards
a
and
lot of
for
corporations that even
CPUs.
sponsor people are still using like Intel and stuff. So absolutely. Which is still super funny because like the new Ryzen, cards from AMD, they like the Ryzen 3700X, like the multitasking capability is just so much better than that of an Intel i7. That why would you not want it when you can get it for potentially $100 or $200 cheaper?
Yes, exactly. Well, I think I went from the 7 on. I think her computer's the 7. Everyone gets my leftovers on computers as we cycle up. You know?
Eventually, when I upgrade, the kiddo will get my leftovers, and the PC I have is great. I mean, I have an i7 Intel 8700K. Like it's got the Coffee Lake drive. It's got MSI motherboard, MSI Duke RTX 2080, 32 gigs of RAM. It's got over
any RAM,
a terabyte and a half of freaking HDD space. I spend so much time. Now here's the funny thing about this, since we're on the computer topic. 32 gigs of RAM, and when I am messing around with graphic designs in Adobe, I'm running into errors because I don't have enough RAM for it to process.
Jeez, you need 64.
I need something because apparently
128.
I have gotten so needy with Adobe that I need additional RAM, and I'm just like, the fuck is that possible?
I need to get some too. I was in Unreal trying to do some VR development, and it just shut me down.
Yeah, you absolutely.
So I got everything but the memory that I need right now to.
But obviously, I mean, we're slightly off topic, but on topic.
We're on topic.
We're on, and that's what's going to happen when you have podcasts, a video podcast like this. We're going to talk about what we want to talk about, and you guys are going to enjoy it, and you're going to hang out, and you're going to have fun with us. But why do you ask? What is my view of AMD?
I was curious. I wanted to hear just your
if I'm pro or against them, or
just in general your sentiment. I will call you. Don't take insult. An average gamer's sentiment of you're not average. Obviously, you're a snowflake. I understand. But the average man's take on AMD. And then
snowflake is about to unzip his pants and melt all over your computer.
Oh my god! No. And then you have Tesla. So AMD fans.
Yes.
There's some AMD fans. There's some NVIDIA fans, and there's some Intel fans. But in general, I don't think AMD and NVIDIA is much the fanboy kind of side. It's more just a more matter of fact. This is my stats. This is the deal. Just like you just said.
I also think so many people are fans of NVIDIA because not only have they held the market for so long, but it's so easy to become an affiliate with NVIDIA to where you can get an affiliate link. And basically just offer NVIDIA products. It's actually pretty damn easy to get.
We should be offering NVIDIA products.
They're not in stock. What's the point?
Oh yeah, forget that. AMD.
Get your Technique chairs, ladies and gentlemen. Use code BearFamily, save 10% at checkout. But with this, moving on to Tesla, I mean, we saw, over the past couple of weeks there was some dips. It's slowly starting to rise and level out a little bit. But here's the exciting thing that our co-host Jared here, he's going to dive into this a little bit more for us, because he told me the cars are getting refrigerators.
They're getting a gaming console. It's not a gaming console. Their display unit is basically going to be powered by AMD.
Tetris. Pac-Man.
Semiconductor chip crisis continues. AMD shares volume. Tesla using the new AMD RDNA 2 GPU in the Model S and the X. Same as the PlayStation 5. What's up? That's
why
exciting.
Do you need a GPU that? Oh my god, The Witcher. They're displaying The Witcher on it. Okay, so there's a screen in the back for
Sad.
probably for the kids, but honestly, like if the kids are playing the game, like let's say somebody's playing like some sort of like obviously it's not going to be Mario Kart, but Mario Kart like or Twisted Metal like, and the parent looks down and they're like, "What are you doing?" Do you really trust the automatic driving feature in a Tesla to, prepare you? Because like I've seen a lot of funny memes, and like these guys got pulled over in a Tesla, and they were drunk off their ass, and they were still drinking, but they weren't driving because they were using the auto drive feature on the Tesla. And the officer was completely confused.
Yeah. Huh?
So it's just like, I don't know if it's safe unless they're going to make it to where anything gaming related or, for instance, like media related cannot be displayed on the main monitor up front when you're driving. If it can, I think that's going to cause a lot of issues. And I don't mean that because, Tesla's going to make a mistake. I mean that because humans are stupid. And we still can't figure out that it's not right to text and drive. Now that we know that we can do Snapchat from our dashboard while we're on the go. No. That's not good.
So here's the thing, right? First off, is a Tesla car safe? Yes, it is.
I mean,
second,
they test it, but
is a self-driving car safer than the average driver? Yes.
No,
Already.
I've seen videos.
Already.
Nope. That donkey was freaking killed by the Google car, all right?
Was a self-driving Google car killed a donkey?
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah.
How many people have killed donkeys?
But you see, here's the thing though. As it's driving past the donkey, the street mapping is taking pictures of the donkey, and as the car passes the donkey, it's ran over and freaking in the road. But Google had the evidence to prove they didn't do it.
They just skipped the timeline. So,
like, what the?
Look, all of this goes back to what's his name? It's the guy who wrote Isaac Asimov.
Isaac Newton.
Is it Isaac Asimov? Am I saying that right? Yeah, whatever. Anyways, the dude who wrote iRobot, right? And all the other, who basically coined the 3 laws of robotics and all this. So you've seen the movie iRobot with Will Smith, right? So
good movie. I hate robots. Good movie.
It goes back to the question of, he's upset because this robot made a decision and picked a life when he wouldn't have made that. A human wouldn't have made that. Yes, self-driving cars are going to run over an old lady crossing the street at some point, probably the equivalent, right? Versus a human would not have, right? But at the end of the day, there will be less deaths from vehicles in self-driving. Okay, let me rephrase that. There will be less people who die who are in the self-driving vehicle. There'll probably be some people who die more often in an accident with a self-driving vehicle that were in the car that was not the self-driving vehicle. Just in general. So like right now, you get a car and it has the automatic lane change or the accident prevention. It slams on the brakes or it moves out of the way. You know what I mean? A lot of these cars have this kind of technology. And the person who owns that, who has the money for that car, they're going to be great. They're going to make it. But the person without that, they're not. Yeah.
Boom.
That was great. That was awesome. But so they're going to be fine, right? Grandma though might not. So self-driving cars are going to be safe. They are safe. They're already safe, right? They're safer than most people. Not safer than me. I'm a better driver.
As you go and you watch the salesman at the Volkswagen dealerships, and they're trying to pitch the automatic stop, and they get one of their idiot friends to stand in front of the car, and the car doesn't stop.
What?
You've not seen those?
No, I've not seen this.
Look up a YouTube video of Volkswagen auto stop fail. That might pull it up. But I'm pretty sure
Even
it's
then,
Volkswagen.
even if it so once again, Volkswagen auto stop fail, is that right?
Yeah. There you go. Okay. All right. Let's see.
Oh my god, so much
See if that's
sound.
the one.
Oh, it's a brake fail. So even though it doesn't matter though, even with failures, the amount of failures, they're going to be held to a higher standard already. All self-driving cars is going to be like, you got to be perfect, and they're not going to be perfect. They're going to fail, but they will fail less.
Watch this guy. Watch this guy though. Like I don't understand why he's willing to stand in front of it, because they're all there excited to test this feature, although that looks like a Volvo.
Oh my god, why am I watching this? Dude, I did not want to watch that. I don't watch this shit. Jeez, I should have known better and trust you.
Tell me,
yes,
automated cars are safe.
Yes, and I'm not going to Google it, but do you know how many people are getting ran over by cars from drivers?
Something to think about as well with the auto stop feature. It probably has specific sensors in the front of the vehicle that have to match up in order for it to stop. Like, because like a deer, for instance, is wide. Mm-hmm. Human legs are this big, you know, like, of course it's not going to work.
It doesn't matter though. It doesn't matter. Listen, right now, if self-driving cars didn't exist, there are people running people over. There are cars getting in accidents on a regular basis. Even with the failures in this technology, it's more efficient and effective than humans already, and it gets better every day.
Let me ask you this. If everyone goes out and gets a self-driving car, what happens to the taxi services?
People will still use the taxi service.
Maybe if they're going and being picked up and dropped off from an airport, but do you see any other reason? I mean, other than, you know, you're going to have those people that, you know, dislike robots, but that is going to have
same reason you use a rental car. It's going to make a huge impact.
Let me rephrase that. That's going to be huge. That's going to make a huge impact.
Yeah.
Is that how he says it? Huge?
Something like that.
He doesn't pronounce his H.
Huge.
Like, huge.
It's huge.
It's going to be huge.
Huge.
Like, it's a huge problem.
It is. It's gonna hurt the taxi industry, and it probably should. But you're still gonna have. It's just gonna change it. It's gonna change it. If I go on vacation right now,
serial killer taxi driver or a serial killer car.
If you get in a plane right now and fly to Hawaii,
I wouldn't get in the plane. I'd swim to Hawaii.
If you got on a cruise ship and went to Hawaii and got off the island, how are you going to get around the island?
Bicycle.
I hate you.
I win.
I've always hated you. You're going to rent a car. You're going to rent a car or you're going to call a cab. And what's going to happen is the rental car industry and the cab industry are going to be combined.
I mean, that would make sense.
They're going to merge together.
Because it would be potentially less accidents with the rental cars. And, I mean, statistically, maybe. But then you're also going to know that the rental car has not been completely demolished.
Yeah, right. But it's not just that, though.
For, you know, probably a higher cost for the rental and the guy's time.
So when you work outside of the house, you commute?
What is that?
Like in that place. There's a place somewhere far away where things happen.
Outside where the sun scares me. Wait, what?
And when you do that, so a long time ago, I forgot who said it. It was Tony Robbins or somebody. I don't know. Somebody said it. They were like, look, what do you commute? Like an hour a day? You know, put on an audio tape and listen to the audio tape there and back. And that's 2 hours a day of knowledge you're getting. If you listen to nonfiction, if you just listen to whatever your commute is, there and back, whatever, maybe it's a half an hour commute, and then you get an hour a day of knowledge every single day. Well, guess what? Pretty soon you're going to be able to commute and play The Witcher or Far Cry 6.
Sign me up.
And why wouldn't you? If Now, wait a minute.
Right.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
I'm rerouting to where my drive now takes me 2 hours, and I'm leaving a little early for work. Sorry,
Yes.
they called me in early.
You're correct. You are rerouting. So when this happens in society, when this technology occurs, remember why everyone moves to the cities, right?
Yeah, everyone's going to be moving to the country.
If we move to the country. Why wouldn't you move to the country? It's not because you want to extend your travel time, right? It's not necessarily because you want to extend the travel time, but it is because you now can you can spend that time traveling just like you would normally. So you can now live, if your job was in the city, you can now live an hour, 2 hours away from the city. And if you're still doing the things that you would have done at your abode, you know, in your house or whatever, then if I was gaming and I'm like, I want to work 5 minutes from my house, because I don't want to spend that hour commuting. I want to spend that hour gaming. But now I'm willing to take a job that's an hour and a half away if I can sit in my Tesla and play Far Cry 6.
Yeah, that's getting internet service from my 5G T-Mobile.
Yeah. And why wouldn't you? So workforce change occurring, and this is another sign of it.
Movie, and this is where robots start to take over.
It is. It is where they...
But...
It is.
You know what? They're going the right way about it because they're offering basically the ability for you to game in your car without potentially getting in an accident.
How long until your driver's seat is a captain's chair that turns away from the windshield? 5 years?
Maybe when cars fly.
I think that's a technology. I think they're going to create it in the next couple. I think we'll see it in a year or 2 years, but it won't be legal to use while driving. It won't be legal for like 5 years.
It might,
10 years.
Depending upon the safety crash test ratings and stuff. But I mean, that's pure speculation. So I mean, who knows? I mean, who really knows? I mean, all I know is that you're going to be able to game in your car on your way to your in-laws, and you don't want to go to your in-laws anyways. And if it takes you a little bit to get out of the car, who cares? Who cares? You don't want to see them anyways.
Yeah.
Now, this moves us, of course, on to the next conversation about Ubisoft and Far Cry 6.
Far Cry 6. Oh, good.
Are you guys excited?
It's in line.
I really don't care, but he wants to talk about Far Cry 6. Myself, I just haven't played any of the franchise, so...
Have you seen the commercials, at least, for it?
No.
Oh, my God. Really? Okay.
I'm not going to watch it on your screen because you don't have any volume.
Well, I'm going to figure out how to get the volume to work. How about that?
No.
Ubisoft. I'm going to read it in the background while we talk about it. Far Cry 6. Because Far Cry 5 was amazing. One thing these guys can definitely do is tell just an amazing story. Like,
yeah. You want to see an amazing story? Watch Hightail. It comes out in July.
What is Hightail? Like hightail it out of here?
It's like Minecraft 2.
I don't understand anything, basically, is...
That's coming out of your mouth.
No, I just don't, understand stuff in general, let alone what's coming out of my mouth.
So what is it about this?
There. How about now?
I mean, it'll take a few seconds to catch up, but let me pull it up here.
You pull up, you tell me if there's sound on here. We're not waiting 29 minutes for this thing to... Oh my God, really? They make you wait that long?
No, you're going to want to disable it. It's echoing.
All right, fine. I don't even know how I enabled it. I guess I do. Anyways.
You're a failure.
Yes, this is true. Far Cry 6 is going to be awesome. Well, okay, there's a couple of reasons why. One, because Far Cry 5 knocked it out of the park. Far Cry 6, I'm sure, is going to as well. But in addition to doing that, it's edgy. So is Far Cry 5. It hits on some stuff that they're like, oh, yeah, no, it has nothing to do with Cuba and the stuff and all those things, but it does. But it's got that guy in it. Look at that.
Oh my god.
That guy. Look at that. Look how beautiful that is.
Like, that guy's a pretty good actor too.
He's an amazing actor. Did you watch him in I never watched Breaking Bad because I just couldn't get into it, but I Better Call Saul?
I didn't watch him in Better Call Saul, but I did watch him in Breaking Bad. He's also in Mandalorian. He's also in Evolution. Or sorry, not was it Evolution? Where society was without power. Like, it only lasted like 2 seasons or something, but yeah, it was a good series.
I don't know. But so I'm looking at this and I'm like, well, this is interesting. This is coming out really soon. So when it comes out, does Ubisoft move
up or down
because of this? I mean, it looks like it already did.
The best way to check is, when did Far Cry 5 come out, and did the stock go up then?
It's a good question. Let me see if I can get this to something that makes sense here.
I'll check the date in reference to Far Cry 5.
Okay. Pull back. Now this stock this is a OTC, and there's 2 of them.
March 27th, 2018.
Is it that long ago? Jeez. Oh, now I'm even more excited. March 20.
That
what day?
Jumped up pretty good. 27th.
Let's see here. Looks like it went down a little bit right there. And then it just started climbing. And then it fell. So it is below that point. No. It's been on a wild ride since then. It did continue to climb quite a bit after that, and it's at 14 now, and it's been experiencing
a lot of downfall, it looks like.
And earnings, lately, they missed their earnings, right? So the estimate was 0.45 and they hit 0.43, but keep in mind they're at 0.43, which means they're profitable. They're not losing money. They have additional revenue coming in. Not a lot, barely enough. But then look at this. They beat by 107, and this is 0.17, right? 0.17, and now it's 0.43, which means they doubled what that amount was. And they were negative, and they were just barely surviving, and they were profitable. So here, they fell after it anyways. And they were profitable there. So they're getting back to where they were. Why they've experienced this, I don't know. I mean, I would assume that part of it is COVID. A lot of people still play games, but there's a lot of reasons why things went on hold, especially for a game that is like a freaking movie. You need actors involved in it and all kinds of stuff. You know, hard to record these people while, you know, COVID's going on.
I mean, the dude has a pet crocodile.
Does he? That's awesome.
I mean, I'm watching the same video as you. Like, I want a pet crocodile. It's even got a jacket and a tax thing.
I bet you get to use the pet crocodile in the game. So that's Ubisoft, and that's part of the reason why I'm looking at them. Also because of the news on the Tesla. It just makes sense to me. You got AMD, you got Tesla, you got gaming inside the vehicle, you got this game that's coming out, you know? And so when people were looking at why would you want a PlayStation 5 in your Tesla? So I can play Far Cry 6. What's Far Cry 6? I mean, it's owned by Ubisoft. Oh, I got to buy shares of Ubisoft. Right? Isn't that how that works?
Sense, though. It does. It really does make sense.
What I don't like is these volume candles. These red volume candles. That's a little scary. That's a little scary. But what I do like is the Mac Daddy. I feel like it's been down, and now it's coming back. So that's my whole. Oh my God, did I lose?
You lost everything.
No, I just lost this, which is close enough to being everything, I guess.
Ringing in my ear.
All right, so that is Ubisoft. That's all I have to say about.
I mean,
Okay, and
it could be good. It could be good. Now here's a more exciting one. Battlefield 6.
yes,
The reveal comes out June 9th, which is actually the day after Microsoft has the update for Minecraft, ladies and gentlemen, part 1 of the Cliffs and Snowcaps update. So, yeah, Minecraft for the win. But
will Minecraft's update cause Microsoft's stock to rise more than Battlefield
Minecraft
6?
is still the most sold game.
Yes, but will the update cause Microsoft's stock to rise more than Battlefield's release? Just even the sneak
Bill
peek.
Gates' divorce.
Oh, he's screwed.
Yeah.
And will Battlefield cause this stock to rise? I think it will.
Sure Carol Baskin has been trying to reach out to that guy. Whew. I feel sorry for him.
Oh, that's right.
Anyways, Battlefield 6 revealed June 9th, guys. We're gonna try to keep an eye on that too, because the Battlefield franchise is pretty good. Like if you're originally playing like Battlefield 1942, Battlefield 1, Battlefield 2, and I'm talking back in the day on PC, back when your VRAM on your GPU was like 256 megabytes, like you were in the game then. All right. Now we have cards available, for a consumer that have as much as 24 gigabytes in it. It's just like, what the?
It's insane.
But what did you want to touch on?
The thing on this, and the reason why I'm looking at it, and that's the only reason why really, is because this other than the association with the AMD Tesla thing, is that a lot of the new traders are retail traders. A lot of retail traders are of the generation of the video game, it encompasses a few different generations, but we game, right?
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people who game play Battlefield. They may play a lot of different stuff, but for years it was Battlefield or Call of Duty if you were in this, war FPS kind of, area. Now there's a whole bunch of other ones.
Will Battlefield make a difference in EA stock though?
Yes,
I don't know.
I think it will.
And the reason I want to say I don't know is because EA also, has Star Wars franchises. They also have Apex Legends. Mm-hmm. They have a very good amount of games besides Battlefield. Now, Battlefield is absolutely one of their more popular games, like Apex or, for instance, Star Wars Battlefront.
The Battlefield engine is their flagship engine.
I mean, it is, and the servers, the game servers that they have for EA are far superior than anyone else when it comes to the other EA games that they have. What they offer for Battlefield, even the tick amount is just so much different. But it's kind of exciting for those of us that have played Battlefield and have kind of followed the franchise, and we want to see where it's going to go. I mean, 4K gaming is a thing, but you know what the benefit about 4K gaming, guys and girls, is the more and more they equip things to be better at 4K gaming, the more and more of us that are true gamers on a 1080p high refresh rate monitor are going to pump out more frames, because we don't need to try to hit that 4K. We just need to try to kill the other guy in front of us.
Yeah. Every time somebody says something like that, all I can think of is you don't have to outrun a bear. You just got to outrun your buddy.
Why are you taking your shoes off? You can't outrun a bear.
Yeah.
I don't have to outrun a bear. I just have to outrun you. All
right. So I think we could skip regulations recap.
Yeah, we kind of already did that in a sense. So
there's one thing that I'd like to cover out of all these things. We can skip. Last thing I'd like to cover is this. So sometimes people wonder, and I wonder, like when I'm looking for stuff, so I need new stocks to get. This is a commercial, but it's not a commercial. This is back to, on the site, I'm going to show a list of the tools that I use, and hopefully it helps somebody else out. But the Benzinga Pro screener here allows you to add some stuff. Like we're going to add, I think I already have it set up the way I'd like, but 5%, we're going to do... So 5 minute change, right? I'm looking at the highest percent changes in the last 5 minutes. This isn't accurate because the market's closed right now. Well, it's accurate, but it's not. But during the day, I can look at this and catch something as it's popping. If something's going to jump like 200%, it's got to hit the 5% first, and you can see it screaming, and then you might run into RRD. Let's pop in RRD right now. And then from there, now I'm looking at this stock that I was never looking at previously. They got this jump from 6 to 695. It looks like in the after hours here. Probably a block trade, and then I can look at the news and see why it is. So I'm just showing it because there's quite a few different ways to find stocks, right? But for years, this only stocks I paid attention to were the stocks that I listened to on Mad Money with Jim Cramer. That's what I'd listen to. That's how I'd find stocks. And then there's this professor that does a YouTube channel that talks about, I don't know, different companies and how they utilize the internet. I'm saying this wrong, but whatever. It's how they use the internet to do online sales and different things. And he talks about the health of companies. I don't even think they air anymore. They might be now. They stopped during COVID. Anyways. There's scanners on YouTube. You can look. You can watch our show, and you may find some crazy ass ideas that you would never have found previously. And a lot of the ideas that we get from our show, I also get from Bloomberg, from Seeking Alpha, and all the other sources, just like anybody else. But when I'm in the middle and I just need to find something, and it's not from Swaggy Stocks or what's on my Twitter feed that's popping in, I'll come in here, take a look at the screener, or watch my previous watch list that I have all over the damn place. What's nice is I can pop in something like this or news and apply it to my watch list and then just watch these. And so people are like, oh, you should only follow 10 stocks. Well, I may follow, you know, let's see, this is a watch list from Discord channel that I keep that has, I don't know, this many stocks in it. And so I can put that in with the news and then watch all these. And that's just one of many that I have with a whole bunch of stocks in it. And I feel it's okay to watch a whole bunch of stocks, especially if you're trying to make a percentage here and there and not just stick with 10 stocks, the only 10 stocks that you're going to trade for the next 10 years. That sounds so dangerous to do, you know, but this is a good way to just pop in, put in the screener, put in the request that you want, how often, what it's going to sort by, if it's gainers and losers, just put in the gainers, whatever, put in the columns, all that stuff. And then boom, 5.8% leads you to RRD. And next thing you know, you're talking about this company right here, which is RR Donnelley and Sons Co., which I may have never looked at previously, which RR Donnelley and Sons Co. provides integrated communication strategies by helping organizations communicate more effectively by working to create, manage, and produce the content on behalf of its customers. It assists its customers in developing and executing multi-channel communication strategies. The company carries its operations in the United States, Europe, Asia, and other countries. The maximum earnings come from the USA. I still have no clue who this company is. But
no idea.
This is the process and how I would typically start on something with my due diligence. Either that or I'm on the news feed and I'm typing in something that I'm looking for, like corn, and just looking to see which companies are associated with it. Like seed, one that I wasn't familiar with previously and didn't look at, and then it can lead me on my rabbit hole that I take. So just wanted to throw that out there just so anybody else.
So keep in mind, the link for Benzinga Pro will be in the description. So if you guys do want to check it out, feel free to do so. It is our affiliate link, so obviously, I mean, if you guys end up wanting to test it out, we do get a kickback. By all means, be aware of that. But it's really going to be for somebody who does want to attempt to dive in and doesn't have a lot of information, because this is really going to lay everything out, make it a lot easier, and overall just make it to where anybody can continue to play the game. You can be Robin the Hood at any time.
yeah. Robin Hood. All right. And with that being said, I think
well, in that case, we'll take off for the day, because my medication doesn't allow me to have a whole lot of time without my aluminum foil hat on, ladies and gentlemen. So I got to go get that back on and get back into my padded room over there. But hopefully you guys enjoyed today's content. We're going to have some clips loaded up for you guys soon. And, of course, more content to come, because I'm thinking we're going to have some time over the next couple of weeks to get a whole lot more for you. And stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen, as we are also going to start getting the What's the DD podcast loaded up as well. So if you don't have the ability to, view the charts and then come in and watch on YouTube, we're also going to end up having that audio podcast so you guys can listen while in the car and still be entertained or bored out of your mind with entertainment.
One of the two. I'll tell you what you won't be doing. You won't be driving yourself playing The Witcher right now. Your self-driving
that's
Tesla.
Not out yet.
Because if you are, you'll get in trouble. But I'm sure I could just tell the officer. I'd be like, dude.
I would yell at you.
You could yell at me. You know how fast you're going? No, the car does that, bro.
Yeah, I mean,
do you know how to beat this level?
Yeah, I've been stuck on this since what state am I in now?
Tell me you wouldn't get out of a ticket if you handed the guy a controller and be like, hey, can you just, here's my license, here's my registration, here's the controller. Yeah. Just try it. It's okay if you don't make it, because, we can, I got donuts. You want to come hang out for a little bit?
Drinks, donuts. I'm already on.
I'm drunk.
I've crossed 3 state lines, and I've been stuck on level 8. I need help. You're here just in time, officer. No, I still don't know how fast I was going. No, I'm not smoking anything, sir. You can see the game right there.
Are we still on the speed question? Hit unpause, Ben. Come on, help me out. Right on. Well, thank you, everybody.
Have a great evening, all.
Peace.